Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I am doing very good today. How are you? Is Dave not here, man? Hello, Dave's not here, man. The Kajon Con Hunter, he is in the, what you'll say, he's over there in the background. He's waving and stuff. You can't see him, but he's back over that way. So he's over there. So how you doing today, everybody? It's very good today. I don't know. I have a YouTube and the Twitch, and I wait for people. Uh, Actually, I do the commercial. The commercial, I go like the commercial. It says in this Lino at the dark moment are brought to you by the Grumpy Stack Tires. By Grumpy Stack Tires, that's Grumpy Stack and Bill Platt, home of Million Mile Tire. He ships, you handle, you go buy his stuff. Okay, now we got that out the way. Okay. And that's what she said, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. I have 52 people in. No, I don't wish I did. Y'all here to see the conclusion of the pizza. It ain't because of me. It's because y'all seen the pizza. Well, Cajun ain't ate the pizza yet. He just put the pizza in the oven. I think. I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing. And the beep 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 beep. So. But I'm here. I'm here. You're here. Everybody's here. Or you over there? I don't know. Are you over there? You're here. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's the continuation, part 2. I guess part 1A, 1A, 1B, 2B.
Version 2. Version 2 of the Cajun pizza.
That's right. 2.0. Not to be confused with the
version
original.
2, 1.1, 2.1, 2.0. Yeah, we strive for 2.1 in a little bit. What I did, I just set the oven on 400 degrees F, Fahrenheit instead of Celsius.
F for fire, yes. Burning that shit to the ground. And we got this on the Twitch side, so we got the YouTube and the Twitch. So if anybody's got a Twitch, there you go.
YouTube, so, yeah. Lip readers, when you say YouTube or Utah, they say, what you say? Utah? YouTube? So lip readers, yeah.
YouTube.
The U like Utah or Y-O-U, that confuses a lip reader. They got to ask you twice.
Well, YouTube's got Avid. It's like Avid. Yeah. Anybody that's named David, it says Avid. So
it's showing Avid on your end.
No, it's not. But it did in the past. I think I've seen it once or twice.
I never seen it saying Avid. I seen a picture of it. Somebody took a picture and then showed.
I've seen it in other people's chats. I don't remember it happening in mine, but I've seen it a few times in other people's chats. And then after the first time,
if I've seen it or not, or it was in that picture.
49. Look at it. There's Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams in the house. What's up, Coke 49ers?
PhD. He's got a PhD in Smoke-a-Rooney.
I think I forgot to send God dog it. No.
I don't break out that pizza what?
In a minute. I don't want to get break out that pizza. I don't want it to get salmonella all over it.
Well, salmonella is actually pretty decent. It tastes more like the jelly than the jam.
Sunny Beaches. Oh.
She said that a few times already in the past.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Man, that ain't no freaking fun, man. God, dog, that freaking hurts.
Well, one of these days when I interview Scotty again, we'll get him up on the panel with you. You two have actually something. Well, he had that. I don't know if he had it as bad as you did, but y'all have something in common. You do anyway.
Oh, frick.
I don't think the first time I had him on the stream on the channel, I don't think you were on the panel. I think it was just him. Maybe I had you up. I don't remember. About 3-4 years ago. But he told me one of these days he's gonna come up on the stream, and then I'll get him in here. That's how I'll get all the ladies back in the panel. But Oh yeah, House of Svengooli's on tonight, and they're showing a dinosaur that's like a shark in the water that eats people. Interesting. Okay. And apparently eats helicopters. Nice. It's called Dino Shark. That's the precursor to Sharknado, I suppose. I didn't know. All right, let's change the thingamajig to the whatchamacallit, and the whatchamacallit to the thingamajig, and voila. Okay, you watching my stuff. Okay, you watching my stuff. All right.
The first Dracula didn't have fangs.
Yeah, that's what that is, That was Dracula. They actually said something about that, too, a couple of minutes ago. They said that was the movie that started the same thing.
He only had fangs when he bit. He didn't have fangs, you know, because, I mean, like, people would see his fangs, like, what the hell wrong with you, man? You got to go see that dentist over there. And cut that off with them, whatever you got.
You just get a hacksaw, a chisel, or a blade, and done. Yeah. All right, there.
Fangs when he bit. Remember that. But I don't know if that in the first one or what, though. I don't know, okay?
Well, they just said a few, like, right when you end it, they were talking about that, and that's what they said. It was the precursor. It was the first Dracula, and every Dracula after that had fangs.
Okay.
All the time, for whatever reason.
So he didn't have fangs at all in that movie, the first one?
I don't think he did. They at least they said some. It was in the that movie was in the 20s or the 30s, and they had the standards and practices or whatever that certain movie action code, and they said something like too much violence or something. But they, according to that, I don't think they had. I don't think they showed it.
1931. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. The silent one, like Nosferatu, that was 1922.
Well, this isn't silent.
Dracula Halala. But that was an Australian film in 21. And the like
Bela Lugosi is from Lagos is near Transylvania.
Bela Lugosi was in the 1931 movie. And it's the first official sound film adaptation of Bram Stoker's novel, directed by Todd Browning and released February 14th, 1931. So today's the birthday of that.
Huh. That's 14th. Why they're showing it.
Yeah.
95 years.
Something like that. Yeah. 95 years old. But the first one was 1922, but it was a silent film. That's why I meant, you remember you said, and I said it was 100 years old? Yeah. It's Nosferatu. Nosferatu. That's Dracula. That's like the devil evil name for him. Anyway.
It's like you say chocolate. Dracula. Chocolate.
Dracula.
Same thing.
Dracula.
That's why when they made Count Chocula, they went Dracula, Chocula, Count Dracula, Count Chocula. We got it. That's how they made the cereal. I'm going with that story. But he's looking at her and he's like, he's got the marks. She's got the marks. Right. They don't even show the mark. They don't even show the mark. But you notice something, right? All the people that were on your stream, I don't see them. They said, nah. They said, see you, folks. Well, except for the ones that come here normally. Yeah. The ones that come here normally are always going to be here.
You're going to have to watch it on a rerun.
They might.
I was waiting on them to come in before I, did this.
Yeah, there's a way to do YouTube raids, but I don't know how to do them. I got 3 people. Cajuns, of course, you're in here. Dave's in Colton. You will have a few stragglers that didn't see part 1. But, just do your thing. Hell. Just tell them it's done. I'm eating the damn thing already.
I really didn't. I guess I can put it in the ice box. Well, no, I got the oven already on, so I mean, it's lit. Oh, let me hold on. Let me make this bigger. That's what she said. Let me
make it bigger tonight.
Let me make
it
bigger.
She's saying a lot of things tonight.
Mister, let me make that bigger for you.
Well, if we had the ladies in here, they all seem to disappear. She probably said that too. But
not to save some of this pepperoni for the next pizza. Run out our grocery budget and run that.
Yeah. I was trying to get people to super chat your stream. That's why I dropped that little hint, but I don't expect them to do it.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna get that for another 8, 9, 10 months, a year. Really? I ain't getting. Now you got to have $100 before they send you the check.
Well, yeah, I know that, but still. Yeah, Twitch, it's only $50.
I don't have but $5 in my thing. That Dave sent me $10 a while back. Oh, I got some ad revenue. I might have $8 or $10.
I don't even get ad revenue. I get ad revenue from Twitch. I used to get a lot more, but now they only pay me. I can do a 2-hour stream. I got like 2 cents apparently. I used to get like 5 or 6 cents. I
think somebody sued YouTube or made a big stink about it for having ads running on their channel, because one guy was over 1,000. He was eligible for monetized, but he wasn't monetized, and he told everybody, I'll do this. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing this so y'all can watch this ad free. And then everybody in the comments said, "Oh man, we see ads. Yeah, they running ads on you," and they were. And he was like, "Oh, I'm getting with YouTube then," because he had that monetization turned off and all that stuff.
They run ads on everybody's channel, well, except mine.
To be ad free, and people are like, "Oh no, man, I seen 4 ads, and like a 30-minute video." Seen like 5, 6 ads.
Yeah. That's
how we doctor up a pizza over. You seen all that pepperoni on there and all that sausage I added? Hell yeah.
Best way to go. Best way to go is do a pizza like that,
Look here, man. Cheese, that cheddar on there earlier. Oh, baby ain't gonna like that.
Yeah.
My little puppy dog, I like that. She ain't a puppy no more. She's 5 years old. I thought she was 4. She's 5. Smell that cheese. Yeah, man. Smell like ass.
No, I can't smell ass or cheese right now. So I'll just have to say that if it smells like ass, then you got a pretty damn good pizza right there, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Because, man, that Parmesan, my, like on spaghetti, that crab, that green can of crab?
Yeah, that's the kind I use. Otherwise,
man, that shit smells like baby throw up. Baby puke.
I'll tell you this, though. That was the cheese that my mom used to get for spaghetti. But she read something somewhere about now, supposedly that cheese is not good for you because of some chemical they put in it or some shit. Yeah. I don't know. They ain't nothing good for you anymore. I said, fuck it. I said, you know what? I'll eat it. I'll die happy. Just let me die in peace. I don't care.
I went to a buddy of mine's house. He invited me over for spaghetti. He was Italian. He was a Silvio, man. He was Italian. At Silvio's restaurant in Baton Rouge, he was straight Italian. Big time. And he was a deputy sheriff at the time and all that. He was a mechanic. So he was a deputy at the sheriff's office, but he was the mechanic for the sheriff's office. So deputy and mechanic. He said, "You want some mozzarella?" I'm like, "Oh no, no, thank you." And he was like, "I'll grate you some." I'm like, "What?" Man, he gets that shit straight from Italy. He said, "This is Italian mozzarella." I said, "Man, that stuff stink." He's like, "Not this stuff." And so I did grating it. I was, smell it a little bit first. I'm like, "Damn, that smells pretty damn good." And he says, "Take a little shred and try it." Man, damn. Like, what I've been missing all my life. He said, "Yeah." He said, "That Kraft and that green can." He said, that is not Parmesan cheese." He says, "I don't know what it is, but it ain't Parmesan."
It's their version of Parmesan. It's not really Parmesan. No, it's not. I've worked at a place with cheeses and stuff before, and that's not even, but that's the cheap so-called version that people can afford, basically. That's what it is. And they pass it off as Parmesan because most people don't know, apparently, but yeah. It's probably a mixture of cheese, to be honest with you. It goes good for spaghetti, I'll say that. But
what? The green can? That Parmesan in the green can? That don't do good on nothing.
I like it, but
real Parmesan goes good on spaghetti. Yeah, real Parmesan goes good on spaghetti.
If I can get some, yeah. I mean, but I've already taken blocks of yellow cheese and dumped it on, put it in the microwave, put it on top and let it melt over it. When I ran out of the other stuff, but cheese and whatnot.
Damn, boy, that bass drum is kicking. I forget who's on now.
I'm out of here. Y'all to open up the door. Turn that shit off and slam the door. Like, I can hear that shit clear across there. I'm not on the parade route now, but I used to be about a mile and a half off the parade route. And I would hear the boom, 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 miles away.
Adam Leger is See, I can turn the cooking time down now since it's defrosted and all that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought it was going down. I hurt myself right there.
That's definitely what she said.
No, I thought it was going down on the floor. I had it right here. The platter,
don't drop it on the floor.
Man, I thought it was sliding off. It was going.
That would be a disaster.
Oh, I'd have been so pissed off.
Shit. I don't blame you. You'd have to start all over again. Or you just pick the shit up off the floor and just the 1-2 count. 10-second rule, folks. Even though it takes 5 minutes, it's the 10-second rule. This is Rivington Radio. People like, oh, but if you knew, you know. And if you don't know, well, then I don't know either. But, that's all about that. And it's time to have fun. Everybody have fun.
What time is it? 4 o'clock. No, that's 4.
8:19.
8 what?
Standard 8:19.
Oh, okay. Hold that thought. Don't forget that.
You're asking me to not forget things. When people tell me don't forget, I generally do. Most of the time.
It's 8:18.
8:19.
8:19. Okay, just say 8:20. Okay.
Okay, fine. 8:20. I don't know how long you putting the thing in there for. 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 23 minutes?
Time for 20, but you know what I'm gonna do?
got a timer thing there, don't you?
Yeah, I got my phone right here.
Yeah, it'll go beep, 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 beep.
Set timer for 15 minutes.
I've set a timer for 15 minutes. It will go off at 8:35 p.m.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. I am very sure. If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't say I was sure.
Da, 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 da.
The whole AI.
Da, da, da.
AI, are you really Skynet? No, I am not Skynet. Wink, wink. Look, if you would have heard what we were talking about Scotty's stream last night, where he was talking about the AI and he was reading it back and everything, he goes, "Of course I'm not Skynet. That's ridiculous." And I go, "That's what AI is gonna say. Of course they're not gonna say they're Skynet. If they came out and said, 'Yes, we're Skynet. We're gonna destroy the world,' people wouldn't believe it, right?" So I mean, that's just but it is something. It is always something. Oh boy. I said the other night, yeah, I did 4 hours on the stream and had no topic. After you left the other night, me and Van were talking. He was showing off his coins for about another hour and a half. And he left. And then I did another half an hour. I was talking to Kat. And finally I said, "Well, folks, I've been on 4 hours. I got to save my stream yards." So I ended it a little over 4 hours. I think it was 4 hours and 6 minutes or something like that. But so which put me at 10 and a half hours already. So I plan on doing 3 or 4 streams next week. So, but I'm starting to figure out this Streamlab OBS thing. So maybe I can, because I already used my 4 hours on playing Twitch stuff, but maybe I can figure it out and do it. I don't know. Dump, dump, come in.
Oh,
I don't have one of these. Well, no.
man, I tell you what, that damn hip, it almost makes me forget about my back pain. Man, that's rough.
I'd rather have the back than the hip.
That's rough. That's tough, man. Shit.
Yeah. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Wonder where Mean Joe Green's at.
He died.
Yeah.
Been dead for a while. I'm waiting for Judge Joe Brown. That's watch that TV show for a while,
Mm-hmm. That's what I was talking about.
They probably disappeared.
Yeah, he
they
ain't
get
no
that
fun.
little kick in their butt. So
He ain't no fun.
ain't no reason to come over here. I guess.
I ain't wasting them little pieces of cheese. I'm finding cheese on my cutting board. All right, sprinkle that cheese.
Cheese is expensive.
A few of them little. Yeah.
Never waste any cheese or any other
Make good use of that.
Oh yeah.
Make good use of that. Oh, I need some coffee. Well, no, once that pizza comes out, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna eat and do my ritual while I eat. I do something while I eat. I don't let nobody know.
Yeah.
I think you know what it is.
No, I know what you're saying. Well, I mean, I was only going to be on here as long as you on here. So, I mean, if I do an hour stream, that's good. I didn't do I didn't put a Valentine's thing in here, but happy Valentine's to anybody that celebrates it. I don't. But I didn't do a stream yesterday. I was going to do one in the morning for Friday the 13th, but I overslept, and by the time I got up, it was like noon, and I said, well, that ain't a morning stream anymore. But Wayne came in the stream the other night, and he goes, where's Cajun? I'm surprised he's not here. And I said, oh, he left about 20 minutes ago. And he goes, oh, okay. I said, nah. He said he going to sleep. He's tired. But I figure once you disappear, unless I have like 5 or 6 people, I'll probably end it. Because I really don't want to go 3 and 4 hours tonight wasting the stream yards. Because apparently all the people that were in Cajuns, the other ones that normally don't show up, didn't feel like showing up tonight. So that just pulls the power of I'm boring, folks. I used to be popular. I don't know. I think I drove people away with just talking. I don't know. But that could be the entire audience. Look, see, as soon as I said that, somebody left. So yeah, I drove them away from talking. I always do. But unless I should message all the people. Hey, come to my chat. Hey, come on. I get tired of that nonsense. If I did that all the time, I would be wasting a half an hour doing that. See me, a lot of times I eat on stream. So I mean, sometimes I do, but I don't try not to. But then again, I always turn the video off. So, you know.
A metal cutting board.
Well, metal, plastic, it's all good in the hood.
Titanium.
The best kind. Titanium pizza. Or all your cutting edge stuff. Which, I don't know. Cutting something. I don't know. Haven't figured it out. But I guess I could.
Oh. Oh. Watch I sit down, the damn timer's gonna go on. Yeah, that cutting board is made out of titanium. It's germ free. It doesn't dull blades. Stainless steel and titanium does not dull blades. And if you pay $40 for a titanium piece and it still says stainless on it, that's when I, contact the company. Hey, this is supposed to be titanium. It says stainless steel. Oh, it's titanium inside. No, this is supposed to be pure titanium. That's what your advertisement says. I want my money back. because some of them are stainless on the outside of titanium. Gives it a little weight, because titanium is heavy. And stainless is germ-free and titanium. That's supposed to be titanium. Doesn't have anything stamped on it, but it was sold as titanium. It was only $8, so it's probably stainless. But it don't matter. It's germ-free. Germs don't grow on that like meat. It all comes off. When you're cutting meat or chicken, it all washes off.
Well, of course, yeah.
It don't stay, the germs don't stay, bacteria don't stay in the little cracks like on a wooden cutting board. If you got a pine cutting board, oh my God, man, that's germ heaven then.
I see a lot of these. Are you surprised? Nobody comes in half the time.
I don't know how many people I had when we jumped out of mine. I don't know how many people I had. I didn't look. I'm so used to being in somebody else's chat instead of mine. I don't look at how many people's watching.
I do because I see it on the screen. Obviously on StreamYards, I'm looking, but I can kind of tell. But I think when you walked off and I took over the chat, they all started. People stopped commenting. But I don't know. YouTube just doesn't push my content as well as they used to in the past, and that's their right. Whatever. I just do it just to do it. Nowadays, I'm just like, the heck with it, do my thing. But yeah, no, I figured they want to come on. Hey, they could watch the replay and just watch the pizza. I'll be good with that. Hey, I can watch time for that. They can just, put the volume all the way down, but not all the way down, just a little bit. Just enough where the volume's just a little bit where you still can't hear, and run the chat. And that counts as watch time too. Run the thing like that. You ain't gotta listen to my nonsense. That's what I tell people. But
man, I'm so tired. I'm in so much pain it makes me tired. Man.
You can't go to sleep because you're fixing to eat.
No, I know. But as soon as I eat, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be in a coma. Oh
yeah.
Oh,
I was like that the other day. I ate the pizza the other day and I fell asleep. And it was around 3:00. And I conked out. Next thing I know, it was what, 8:00, 8:30? And I said, what the hell?
What the hell?
But I didn't go to sleep that night. I didn't really stay up. Well, I tried to go to sleep about 3 in the morning. I fell asleep, and I kind of woke up around 6, and I kind of stayed up because I didn't go back to sleep.
Cat 73, what's up? Yeah, kitty.
Cat 73 in the building.
Yeah, kitty.
Cajun's making a pizza. Well, part 1 was on his channel. This is part 2.
Started it, part 1 of making the pizza, and then part 2 finished it here. All it did was put pepperoni cheese on here, but it was loaded with pepperoni. I mean, it covered the whole pizza, pepperoni.
And then he'll sit there, he'll sit here and eat it.
Overlap.
He'll sit here and eat the whole pizza in front of me.
Oh no, I can't eat a whole pizza. Well, one time I think I ate a whole pizza.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna eat I had Big Randy Guidry. I don't know if you remember Big Randy or not. Man,
I don't know.
That man could eat. And like when me and Missy make a homemade pizza, I mean the crust and everything, the pizzas weigh like 6 pounds. Okay. I've weighed it already. 6 pounds. And I got a bunch of homemade pizza videos. This channel, my Boo Luquette channel. Oh,
I've seen them before.
You can see all that stuff we put on there. 2 layers of pepperoni that cover the whole pizza. 2 layers.
I remember you and Johnny made that square pizza.
Oh, yeah. I like that one. Yeah, buddy.
That was a good one. YouTube never gives the notifications out. It's called YouTube sabotage.
No, YouTube sends them out, but you got to click on that bell up there in the right corner. It says that bell. And it got some numbers, a number up to 9 or 9+. You click on that, you can see all your notifications in the past, half hour or whatever. And then you can scroll down and go all the way back. That's how I find out who's live.
Me too, but I'm in the subscription page.
That's Johnny.
Yeah. Johnny's here. Johnny's here, dog. Make a run for it. Hell, we could have the Johnny show, the Johnny Best show in a few minutes. Cajun could eat the pizza and fall asleep. We'll just point the camera on Johnny, right? Nah, YouTube hates me. Sometimes I don't get notifications, and I'll be in someone's live stream, and then I'll get the notification so and so is live, and I'll be in their stream 20 minutes already. Or which is the case in my channel. I can't say for anybody else's. I'll end the stream, and then like 10 minutes after it ended, I'll get like 3 or 4 people. Oh, I missed it. I didn't get the notification. But I was on Cajun's Cajun started a live stream at 5:30 my time. So Cajun did about an hour and a half. And he ended his stream about almost an hour, 45 minutes, an hour ago. And I got some free time, so I said, well, I'll do a stream. I tried to get Cajun's audience on my channel, but, I guess most of those people don't like me. I don't know. They didn't want to come over here and just listen to my nonsense. So, because I was thinking of doing an hour or two anyway. An hour. I wasn't going to stay on much longer than an hour or two. Because I didn't have a notion. I usually don't stream on Saturdays that much anymore. It's kind of once in a while. But I had time today, and all this bad weather that's going to come in. So, yeah, I don't get notifications half the time either. I mean, sometimes I'm watching YouTube, and I'll check it with the little red thing like what Cage just said. But
damn.
Is Johnny coming over to wake you up?
No, he's not coming. He just got home from church.
Oh, okay.
He went to church and coughing like a maniac.
I wasn't aware that church gave out coffee. I know they give out other things, but
he's coughing like.
Oh! I thought you said coffee. Well, imagine that you go to church to pray and you come out sick. My uncle had a heart attack in church praying. So what does that tell you? He stopped, and he wouldn't stop smoking. So, So, and then, spam bot engaged. Hello, spam bot. Kiss my grits. With a couple of middle emojis. Spam bot. We all know spam bot. We all know that. What y'all can't see it on the YouTube side, but it's the spam bot, the traditional spam bot on the Twitch side. They sit there and they want you to do some crap, and but that's okay because they will be officially banned once I end my stream and go to the Twitch side. But
the pizza is done.
The pizza is now in my stomach. Well, actually, that's not true, folks. It would be true if I was at Cajun's, but that may take a while, considering he's 3 or 4 hours away. Give or take.
Oh, man. Oh.
It's like the win a challenge. Hey, spam bot on Twitch. If you really want to help me out, why don't you go on everybody's channel and spam me out?
Look at that pizza knife. pizza cutter.
That's a fancy looking cutter.
No, it's big. It's made to cut pizza, not paper. Like some of them cheap ones.
Well, she did say that. That's what she said about big, but I don't know. All these pizza cutters look the same to me. I didn't know this and that. That's about that with this might be a good strategy. I'm getting more people watching by not saying a word. We might have something going here. And of course, as soon as I said that, we went down.
I'll be back in a minute.
Well, I used to do streams. Yeah, I used to. Well, this was a sort of. I'll tell you why I do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, my roommate does not like me doing YouTube for various reasons in the past. I change it. Well, roommate went to work. I have free time. And I really wasn't going to do a live stream, but Cajun did a live stream. And I said, well, hell, he did 2 hours. And I said, well, I'll go on for an hour at least. So this is an impromptu stream. So it's out of the ordinary. But usually, yeah, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for me. So I do apologize. But sometimes I try to make a scheduled plan, but it doesn't generally work the way I want it to. I used to go live Monday through Friday. But depending on circumstances, the days do change. But tonight was pretty much just the planet aligned. I got the crib to myself. And usually when I stream, I got the crib to myself. So the planet, everything aligned the way it should have. So, and then Cajun's making the pizza. So I tried to get all the Cajun's crew over here. Of course, none of them came except for the ones that are always on my stream anyway. You know, Dave's not here and Colt and stuff like that. But and then Cajun goes live he don't go live as much as he used to. But he goes live every so often now. So that's where I was for the first 2 hours or so. From about 5:30 to 7:30-ish. And then I started this stream up around 8 o'clock. And
all right,
so
man.
I started you always hurting, but you know.
I got to run, Phil guy. Appreciate the link. Appreciate you having me up. And
no problem, Cajun. Make a video of that pizza before you eat it. Oh, you already cut it. You should make a video and post it on YouTube, even though you already got some. Say, I ate a pizza, folks.
All right, y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. A Pluta.
See you later. Yeah, I love pizza too. I've eaten pizza almost like what, 6-7 days in a row, pretty much. But yeah, if you subscribe to Cajun Coin Hunter, you know he's got videos on his Buluket. I call it Cooking with Cajun because that's what it was dubbed, Cooking with Cajun. He did one, I don't know, about a year ago, maybe. Him and Johnny Best with the square pizza, loaded up with all kinds of shit. That was like a supreme mega pizza. That was a Godzilla pizza of pizzas. My mom was making the pizza with the cauliflower crust, the Hormel pepperonis, and the Kraft cheese, and the onions. And so I've pretty much eaten pizza damn near every day. I eat what's fixed, basically. So I ate pizza every day. But I'm kind of getting sick of pizza for a while, so I might go back to the spaghetti or whatever I normally buy, give or take. Oh, okay. Well, Cajun used to go live on certain nights, but he doesn't really go live as much as he used to anymore. So it's kind of a like he texted me around 5 o'clock and said, "I'm going live at 5:30. You want to come up?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll be." I make sure he can come up with mine, vice versa. So that kind of pushed me towards, hey, I'm because I was not going to do a live stream tonight, and I was like, well, hell, if you're getting ready to end your stream, I'll just start one up. So that's what I did. Because I try to save my StreamYard. You only get 20 free hours, so I try to save up the hours. And of course, February's only got 28 days, and well, he didn't type nothing in chat, but you just go to Cajun Coin Hunter. He's got a second chat called Buluket, which is you spell that Luquette, if I remember right. And that's the Cooking with Cajun, and I think he's got a third channel if I remember right. But Cajun he started the Cajun Coin Hunter just for coins, but he blends all the stuff together and whatnot. And but he's got a video with the walnut tree. There's a video with a walnut tree. It's got, I don't know, 100,000 views on it, 200,000. So it's got a shitload of views on it. Him doing the walnut tree, and so he's got some videos on there. But Cajun's monetized, but he don't really make anything off that channel per se. Sometimes he turns them off because you don't make a whole lot. But I get I sync this with the Twitch, unless I get the Twitch bots, which the hell with the Twitch bots. But that's pretty much the only reason I went live, is because I had the time today, and it just worked out that way. When I woke up this morning, I wasn't going to go live, obviously. I was going to wait till Tuesday. So, I didn't do a Friday the 13th morning stream. I overslept. But I don't know if who Cajun sent the link out to. I don't know if he sent the link out to Southern or anybody like that. But I'm probably going to do... It ain't going to be I don't really plan on doing a long stream. I only planned on doing about an hour, maybe hour and a half, if that. Unless I get like 20 people in here, or get a shitload of people, and then I'll keep going. If I get a lot of people and they watch, hey Wayne, how you doing? You just missed Cajun. You just missed him by about 5 minutes. He's eating his pizza. We did a 2-hour live stream. Cajun went live, and I was on his panel for about 2 hours. And then, yeah, he was hurting real bad. He had to get off. And then he said he's going to eat his pizza and go to sleep. I didn't see you do a live stream today. I don't know if you did or not. But if you did and I missed it, I apologize, because we all know how YouTube is. They don't push, somebody I actually follow. One of the Saints people that I follow, he put out a video this morning. And he said, I'm done with YouTube. He said, I'm done. Because he's not getting his monetization like they told him. He's like, I'm done. I'm stepping away from YouTube. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done. He's got 4,000 subscribers, but yet YouTube's holding his money. That's what he said in the video. I don't know anything about it, but he's like, I'm done with YouTube. I'm stepping away. I'm tired of their nonsense. And he just went on and on in his video. Now, some content creators do that to get views. So whether or not he's truthful on it, I don't know. He's never been on my channel. I go on his all the time. So, hey, grain of salt. I can't say whether or not A or B, but there is sort of a truth with it here and there. I mean, all these platforms find a way to screw their creators. That's obviously they're in the business of making money. I totally get that. Step one, you're using their platform. It's not like you're using your own platform. You're putting out content for them. But Custom Screen's got a channel. Well, obviously everybody in here has got a channel. Dave don't. I don't know if he posts that much content anymore, but Dave's right there. Dave's not here. Custom screen print, and you just type in custom screen print, and it'll lead you to the emblem. He does live streams, and he does videos about screens or whatever. They do that to everybody, Wayne. They do that to me too. The other night, I talked to myself for 45 minutes before one person said anything. Just me and Cajun talking like we were on the telephone, or if I was backstage. They do that to everybody. I'm always checking to see if you're live. I mean, sometimes I don't get the notification until after your stream's over. Like, that happens with me. You know how many times I do a live stream and someone says, oh, I just missed it. I didn't get the notification. There's a phrase, I've said this for years. If you go on my community post, it's called YouTube sabotage. People think it's not a real thing. It is a real thing. And I've said this before. If you think about it, most people argue, well, YouTube will want you to make money. Oh, thank you, Dave, for dropping a link. Drop Wayne Custom Screen. Drop his link too, if you don't mind. That way everybody can follow him if they choose to do so. You don't have to, but I would hope you would, because Wayne's a good guy. He promotes my channel. He don't have to. He promotes everybody too. I mean, he don't have to, but he does. But my cousin does the on the side. She does the t-shirts and the print and stuff too, because she made me a shirt one time. But I watched that video with the ink and how you spread the ink with the thing, and then you pressed it, and it made that shirt, and it made the coloring and stuff. And I'm always fascinated in stuff like that. But yeah. Well, it's kind of the debate. This is how I feel about this. The argument is, okay, YouTube doesn't want you to grow, but they want you to grow, but then they took away all the resources to make you grow. But the other argument is, well, why wouldn't they want you to grow? Because then they make more money off of you if you're monetized. Well, it's a catch-22. Yes, they make money off of you if you're monetized, but they make money off of you if you're not monetized also. Now, like I was going to tell Cajun before he was here, I'll be sitting in Wayne's stream, and then all of a sudden he'll be talking, and I'll get a 2-minute ad. Twitch does this too. They're notorious for it. You got to sit to 2 minutes. Of course, you got to buy it and this and that. And I don't think any ads ever been run on my channel, to my knowledge, because I'm not monetized. But then again, you know, maybe it has been and no one's ever told me. Probably not. So, because they're not supposed to run ads on your channel if you're not monetized. That's the quota. Cajun brought up a point of somebody sued or whatever, but you know, I got, and I pared this down about 6 months ago. Now, I don't make everybody a mod, but I make enough people a mod. I have, I want to say 28 mods. 28, 29. That was down from about 50. But these were people that always come in the chat. But honestly, the only mods I ever have that come in my chat anymore with any relevance is either David or Cajun. And there's a few others I don't remember off the top of my head. But, you know, I figure I have 1,800. You know, I grew pretty fast. What happened with my channel is I got hacked, and then I lost my channel. I never made another channel, you know, and then I lost all my watch hours because of YouTube and this and that nonsense. And I don't know. It's just something. People told me I should have made another channel, but I'm not going to go through all that nonsense. It's either going to happen or isn't. And then also I had a few of my biggest subscribers pass away, 3 of them within a 2-week period. I've had 6 or 7 of them. And I'm not talking about like biggest subscribers as far as like donate and stuff. I'm talking about watching. You know, I mean, like Archaeology Mikey, he was in every live stream and watched everything I ever did. And it's still sad that he passed away. You would have liked him, Kat. He came in every chat and said what he ate. If he ate homemade hamburger and French fries, that's what he would tell you he ate. He did that every, you know. Yeah, I'm on my phone. I don't know how to make mods on my phone. My laptop thing broke almost a year ago. I got to get another one, but yeah, I only have 2 people that can do that, make mods for me, and Cajun's one of them. But I mod people not based on the fact where everybody gets modded, because I don't like that. I mod people if they come on my chat a while, which you do, obviously, but some channels I have modded that I modded people, and I've never been modded on their channel, which is fine. I don't care about a Blue Wrench. I never did. If they want to mod me, great. But yeah, I miss Archaeology Mikey. He was only 22 years old. He passed away in his sleep in college. He was so close to getting a degree, and I don't know what he was getting. He would travel from what, Maryland to Miami, I think it was, because he was in Florida. And I don't even know whose channel. I don't even remember who posted that. Somebody was doing a tribute. Someone was doing a channel and it said R.I.P. Archaeology Mikey. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no, it can't be. I just talked to him the day before. I think it's already been 2 or 3 years, which, you know, it's crazy. But he watched, you know, yeah, he would put in what he ate first, and then he said, hey, you know, and then we would talk, and he was always here. And of course, Marad passed away from the Hong Kong Phooey. He would have got me monetized because he had like 7 or 8 channels monetized. people always hacked his channel, and within 2 weeks, he would start up a channel. Within 2 weeks, he would get monetized again. Sometimes less than 2 weeks. If he was alive today and still go, he had 16, 18,000 subscribers easily. And then people would hack his channel. He would just start up another one and just do another 16, 18,000. He would have brought, some of his people did come in my chat, not many. Some of them did. More people would come in when I had him on my panel. But I'm pretty sure if he was alive, he would have probably been at 50,000 or 100,000 subscribers right now, because he had 75,000 on Facebook with his ghost hunting stuff, paranormal. He would have definitely got me monetized, no doubt, because I was close already on my own. I no doubt he would have pushed me over the top. You know, he would have got Xanron monetized too earlier, but you know. Well, I don't want to say really much because it's not my right to say anything as far as what you do on your channel, but sometimes I do come in your channel and you're pretty much yelling at the camera, which is fine. Like I said, it's your channel, you can do it. But I'll tell you this. Starting on YouTube, I had a thing where I would rant about stuff. And I didn't really yell at the camera, but I would sit here and I would pretty much do what you do. And I would yell and this and that, and it would drive people away. But sometimes ranting is a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing. You have to pick and choose your poison. But that's, you know, hey, I used to have 20, 30, 40 people in my chat every night, and it just disappeared. And then I used to, before I would start up a live stream, and I'd already have 10, 15 people in my live stream. Now I'm lucky if I get 5, 6, maybe. People just disappear. And oh, I was dead to the world last night. I fell asleep at, oh hell, let's see, 10, 11 o'clock, and I didn't wake up till about 8:39 this morning. I got out of bed around 10. So yeah, I can't. I'd like to be on every one of Xanron's streams. I just can't, and he knows that. I don't expect him. I don't expect anyone to be on my live stream all the time. I don't. That's just not realistic. You're not going to get an audience. Sometimes this does happen to me every so often. I'll do a stream, and I might have like 6 people on a stream. The next night, I'll do a stream and have 6 totally different people on my stream than I did the night before. That's happened to me at least 5 or 10 times I can think of. I mean, I've had people come on my stream and I haven't seen them in a long time. Oh, yeah, if you do that horizontal crap, it'll go down. Remember, YouTube can't count. I mean, I was in Scotty's stream last night. He gets about 10, 15, 20 people, give or take. And YouTube only counts if you're talking. Okay, YouTube's got an unofficial rule. I think this rule still applies. It used to be if you didn't say anything for 15 minutes, you didn't count as a view. Yeah. But I think now it's every 10 minutes. But we had about 10 people talking in Scotty's stream, and the eye, because he has StreamYards, it'll show you on the with the eye. Of course, Refresh does too. But he had about 10 people talking in chat, and it said 3. Yeah, YouTube's got a lot of unofficial rules. They don't come out and they tell you. They've been changing it. What's her name? Before she passed away, she stepped down because I think she died of cancer or something. She handed it off to her protege. And her protege, who is CEO of YouTube, he's a Spanish guy. I think he's Spanish or Filipino. Nick, I think his name's Nick something Khan, or not the AEW wrestling guy. Something, but anyway, he said he was going to get rid of this, and he did for a while, but then he started changing things, and YouTube's a lot better now. But 5-6 years ago, yeah. I remember when I started YouTube, they had a message button. You could message people. Even if they were in someone else's live stream watching them, you could get a message, and you used to message people, hey, come on my chat. That's what I used to do to a lot of people. Come on my chat, blah, blah, blah. Well, YouTube wants you to grow organically. So they started to get rid of things. There was a time when all you had to do was click on someone's name when you wasn't a mod, and it would automatically send you to their channel, and you could subscribe. Well, they got rid of that feature. Although you could use the there's an app, go to channel, where you'll turn green, like if you subscribe or something, like if you were actual subscription thing. But you know, but you know, so they changed so many things, which I don't know. But that's why I always feel like they don't want you to monetize. But then that would make no sense, because if you're monetized, they can make more money off of you. So it's kind of, that's how it feels to Catch-22. Why would they screw their content creators when they can make more money off of you? You know? So, but trust me, Wayne, that happens to me all the time. And I don't get as mad about it as I used to. I mean, there are some streams, if you go back in my channels, 15 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I appreciate you. Even if you're here for a few minutes, I appreciate you. There are some people that just come in my chat and they lurk, and they tell me, oh, I was in your chat for 3 hours, but you didn't say anything. I said, and they were like, well, yeah, I was just lurking. And I said, you realize that doesn't count as a view. If you're lurking in my chat for 3 hours and you don't put a dot or you don't say hi, you realize you just wasted 3 hours. You know, YouTube counts that as you not being here. YouTube did change. They supposedly said this. I don't know if it's true, but back in the day, you had to be in someone's chat for 15 minutes before they counted you as a view. Oh, there's Dave's dot. I don't see his picture. Oh, there's his picture. For some odd reason, all I saw was the YouTube button. I didn't even see Dave's not here, man, picture. It's up now. But before, you had to be in someone's chat for 15 minutes. I think they changed it to where if you're in a chat for 30 seconds, I think it counts now. But yeah, you used to have to be in someone's chat for 15 minutes and speak and this and that before you counted as a view. But I hate that when people say, "Oh, I was lurking in chat for 3 hours," and I'm just like, "Well, you don't count. According to YouTube, you don't count." You know, people do that on Twitch. They lurk. They lurkers, and of course, Twitch really isn't concerned about watch time. I don't think. They're more concerned about viewers than watch time, which sort of goes hand in hand. Oh, okay. I thought you were leaving, Wayne, but yeah. I used to do this on my laptop a lot and just turn the camera on and do it. I could turn the camera on and show my face if I want to. Sometimes I still do, but I just have it a lot easier like that, you know. But I used to just sit up and turn on the laptop, and of course the wire doesn't work anymore. I mean, well, the wire works. Cajun fixed it, but the thing won't plug in. The thing that he put on they must have a safety feature or something, because it won't. it won't get into the into the thing. But so. Yeah, it was every 15 minutes, but now it's like 10. Yeah, I have these strange people that follow around me too. Yeah, it's called your internet stalkers. They had some weird person commenting on Cajun stream, talking about, "Oh, I heard a secret. Someone spreading a rumor about you, some nonsense." And they were talking like they made a channel. They made a channel yesterday, and they were talking about some kind of stuff, and I'm like, "Well, you made a channel yesterday." And they said, "Oh, well, I'm not a troll." But they knew all kinds of stuff about Cajun, so, it's something. Wait, you don't even do live streams on Twitch, do you? Or do you broadcast? Like right now, this is on YouTube and Twitch because I broadcast simulcast. Just because it counts as YouTube, it counts as Twitch time. But like I said, Twitch isn't really focused on watch time. They're focused on viewers more than watch time. But watching goes hand in hand with view time, so I guess like it's the same thing mostly. I don't know. Oh, damn, I missed you on Twitch. Oh, that really sucks. I didn't know you were on Twitch. Of course, I don't get Twitch notifications, honestly, unless I'm actually on Twitch. And when I go on Twitch, I usually go on to it. There's only probably about 4 channels I ever go on for Twitch. Stony05, Tiger Jet 21, because Tiger Jet only streams on Tuesday nights, from 6 to 8. Stony streams like 5 nights a week because that's his job. He's got over 67,000 subscribers or some nonsense on followers, not subscribers, because Twitch is different. Twitch is followers. Subscribers is when you pay on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is more of a gaming platform. You can do just chatting. You can, which is what I do. Even when I played games on Twitch, I generally really only got 3 or 4 people. The most I've ever gotten on a chat is, oh, I wasn't expecting this. Okay, we have a guest, folks. I wasn't expecting this, but we'll bring him up. It's Van the Man.
What's going on?
Not a lot. Cajun had to run. He wasn't, everything was, but he was making a pizza. Cajun went live at 5:30, and I was on his channel, and he did step 1 of the pizza, and step 2 he was going to do here, and he made it. And then he's like, I'm going to eat, and I'm hurt, and I'm going to sleep. So he left about 20 minutes ago or so.
Yeah, well, I was working. I just drove up at home, grabbed my food from Raising Cane's, and going to go eat supper. So
yeah, Cane's right down the street, but yeah, he was making a pizza, and he said he sent links out, but he didn't tell me who he sent it out to. Probably to, he's like, I can't remember what. So I said, oh, okay, well, if you sent the link to Southern, he'll come up.
yeah,
sure.
How does that work? I was delivering pizzas. Tonight was bad. 5 deliveries, 3 0 tippers.
Well, I hate that shit.
One of them I can understand. It was at the nursing home. That I can understand. or I should say the
Yeah.
assisted living. So I
The old
understand
folks
that.
home.
The other two, I hate this, that now they put in there, leave at door and and notify unless noted otherwise. They don't leave a tip. They don't leave no cash out for you. And then I went to another house. The house is worth 4 times what my house is worth, and they still can't afford a tip. So it's like, if you can't afford a tip,
I tip every so often. I'll tell you what got me. About 4 or 5 years ago, I was doing a live stream, and I should have filmed this guy. I put on there, because it was the height of the Hong Kong Phooey, I put on there, which is what I normally do, no contact, and I put on there, text me when you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I do leave tips on DoorDash. I used to tape money to the door, but then people would run up and take in my old house, I had somebody run up and rip it off my door and run, and then the pizza guy didn't get the tip. So, but what happened, I ordered from Papa John's, and I put on a no contact, which means don't ring my doorbell, don't knock on my door, because my mom was sleeping. Okay, I was like, don't knock on my door at the time, don't wake her up. Not that it matters, but still, I don't want to have to hear shit. It was like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I forget somewhere around there. And I was in the middle of a live stream, so I stopped the live stream. And so I muted it, and I had the phone in my hand. And the doorbell's ringing. He's beating on the door. I tipped him like $5. Okay. Now, I open up the door. He's like right there in my face, coughing, with the pizza in his hand, coughing, spitting. He goes, hold on. I opened up the door and I was like, who is it? Pizza. I already paid for it. The guy's like, well, you need to sign your credit card receipt. I said, no, I already paid for this on DoorDash. I don't need to sign anything, because he wanted me to pay again. And I said, number one. Number two, I ordered pizza, no contact, because I don't want to get sick. He's like, oh, I'm not sick, man. He starts coughing. And I said, no. I said, I will not accept this pizza. I should have never opened the door, honestly. But I said, I'm not accepting this pizza. I said, take it back. And he was like, well, fuck you, man. Screaming at me. I slammed the door in his face. So I call up the store. And the woman goes, well, we try to get the drivers to follow policy, but they're not going to follow our policy because they're independent drivers and blah, blah, blah. And yeah. I was like, you pay them, right? Well, yeah. They work for your company, right? Well, yeah. But Papa John's classifies their drivers as independent, apparently. I don't know. I don't know how Domino's does it. But
Well, we work for Domino's. Papa John's has switched over to DoorDash for their delivery service. So so they are independent. They are considered independent drivers. Back in
and I didn't know that.
I was going to say, back in the day when they used to have their own drivers, that's a different story. And one time I did not know that they had switched to DoorDash, and I didn't have any cash to tip. And I said, where's your credit card receipt? He goes, well, I didn't get one. I said, well, I can't tip you. So I had no cash on me right now, or else I would tip you. Because I always tip in cash.
Yeah,
See,
that's crazy.
Last time I went and ate at Waffle House, sat there, and I was in the mood for a shake. Right, Waffle House doesn't have shakes. Was right next door to Waffle House, Sonic. So I went there and got me a shake. Even though the order was $6, I still tipped the guy $5. The way I do it is first $30, no matter what it is, it's automatically $5 tip. Then every $10 after that, I add $1. I might add $1.50 to the tip. And so,
that makes a whole lot of sense there.
Yeah. So, like, in a good example, we went to then I can't remember the name of the place. We went to eat, and they charged us as a group. I said, no, I'm not paying this. Say, bring it up as a normal tip. That's a gratuity. But we can't do that because y'all took the table. I said, y'all can take it off. You take it off, or else we're gonna have an issue with the police. Because basically, what y'all doing is theft. Because I always tip better. Because on my order, it was a $3.35 tip. I tipped better, and I had cash, but I was low on my credit card. I just didn't have enough money to pay for the meal, and that was it. I tried telling the guy that, the manager, and finally, his boss showed up. I explained to him, I said, look, I don't have money to pay in cash. I don't have money to pay the whole thing on my debit card. I got no money just to cover the food. I got no money in cash to tip the waiter in cash. And the guy says, well, it's 18% tip. I said, I don't care. Ring it up how it's supposed to be done. What y'all doing is technically is illegal. And it is. People don't realize that.
They know it. They know it's illegal.
Yeah. I said, look, I tip better in cash than I do on the debit card. And my debit card, I said, I ain't put my bank statement. I said, look, here's how much money I get in my bank, just enough to cover the meal, and that's it. I only get paid on Tuesday. So I got $5 in cash I could give the waiter right now. So I had to go back and re-ring it all up, take 18% off, which I think is ridiculous.
That's crazy, yeah.
So,
but I'll tell you what happened with the rest of that story is I called up Papa John's. I talked to the store manager, and she's like, oh, well, they're supposed to follow policy, but they don't. We tell them, but they're independent drivers, so we can't force them to do anything. And she's like, well, and I forgot the guy's name. He told me his name, and I said, that's so-and-so's name, blah, 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 blah. And she goes, okay, well, I'll talk to him when he comes back, and I'll make sure that he doesn't do that to anyone else. Because I went on the website, and I specifically put no contact and it said reason. I said, I live with an elderly person. Even though, my mom's not that elderly, not old, but still. But she was sleeping, and I was like, do not ring doorbell. What I do on DoorDash is I do not ring doorbell, do not knock. Some of them still freaking ring the doorbell, and some of them still knock. They piss me off. I can't afford to tip every time, but there are some times. One time, I went to put $5, and I must have put a 1 in front of it by accident, and I automatically tipped them $15 by accident, and the order was only $8. So that person got $15, but thank God it wasn't 50. But when I called the lady, she's like, we're going to have to train him, blah, blah, blah. But technically he doesn't work for us, so we can't do this. And I'm like, well, look, what's the whole point of putting no contact on your website if your drivers aren't going to follow it? And then all of a sudden she starts going, well, if you don't like our beep and pizza, you don't have to beep. And she starts screaming obscenities in my ear. Okay. I said, ma'am, I will be right down at your store. Okay. It was like literally 15 minutes if I walk. It's like 5 minutes down the street, but it was all the way. I walk out my subdivision. I actually would walk down my subdivision, pass across the street was Pizza Hut. Walked down my subdivision, go a little ways, walk about 5 miles. I passed Domino's. Another 5 miles is where Papa John's is on the same side as Domino's, just a little further down. It was about 9 o'clock at night. I walked. I got there about probably 9:20, 9:25. I got there. They shut the store down. They shut it down. I told the lady I'll be right there. So I got a hold of the regional district manager, and I know him to this day. His name's John. He's a good guy. And he goes, I told him what happened, and I said I was actually live on YouTube at the time, and I had the phone in my hand, but I was using another phone when I was talking to the person. No, I was on my laptop filming, and I had the phone in my hand. That's why. But I should have filmed this, but I didn't want them to hear my name or anything like that. That's why I didn't turn the sound on. But yeah. I talked to the guy, John. He's like, well, I'm the regional manager for Papa John's for Louisiana and Mississippi. And he's like, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. He goes, I'm going to give you, and I turned him down. He goes, I'm going to give you a lifetime pass where you can get your pizza for free, blah, blah, blah. And I said, nah, I don't want to, I said, I'm not doing that. No, because then they'll spit in my food. And oh, no. I'll get the same driver, and they do whatever. I said, no, that's fine. He goes, I'll refund your money, and he pulls out a $20 bill because I met with him in person, and he gave me $20. I'll take the money, but he apologized and everything. But he gave me this pass. I don't know what I did with it, but I was like, nah, I don't want this damn thing. But I took it. He's like, well, yeah, you can get a life free. Hey, Miss Missy, how you doing? Cajun went to sleep. He ate the pizza and said, oh, I think he said he's going to sleep. But he's like, oh, I'll take care of that store manager, and I'll promise you they're not going to be working with our company much longer. And he did fire that lady because I passed by there because when I went to the parade a few years later, that lady wasn't there, and he told me he fired us because he followed me because I know him from also the last job I had. He was always come in the store. And I talked to him. He's a good guy, but he was here, Miss Missy. He was here for about 30 minutes, and then he fixed the pizza, and he was really hurting. He says, I'm gonna get off. I'm really hurting. He was also getting ready to fall asleep. So So that's what he said. I said, you can't go to sleep. You just fixed the damn pizza. I said, don't let the pizza go to waste. But that's why I started up this stream. I was only going to do an hour, but hell, now I'm on I'm doing 2-3 hours apparently. But
talking about pizza, like this. In 1990, we went to a scout camp in Missouri. On the way there, we stayed at a SAC base in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
So on the way back,
no, I'm just me and Cajun were joking earlier. We said Arkansas. I appreciate you, Wayne. No problem, Miss Missy. Okay, go ahead, Southern. I'm sorry.
So on the way back, we stopped there again to stay overnight because we can only drive so many hours in a day with the Boy Scouts. So I had hurt my ankle the day before because one of the boys ran off, and I twisted my ankle. Well, there was another incident that happened. We stayed at the same barracks we stayed at, and I didn't go in the tour or anything because the painkillers they gave me put me to sleep. So I missed going out to the chow hall, but they had a rec center about 3 blocks over. So I go in there, and it said pizza, and now I have one size. And I looked at it and said, that's a big pizza. I'm going to tell you the size here in a second. And the pizza with everything on it was $5. So I looked over there. It's about 30 kids in that gym playing, because their parents are in the military. And I said, how many slices come with that pizza? He goes, it comes about 10 slices of pizza. So give me 4 with everything on it. He goes, what? He said, give me 4 with everything on it. So the pizza comes out. I look at it. The pizza is literally 2 feet across.
Damn.
So I spent $20 on 4 pizzas in 1990. And I called those kids up and say, hey, kids, y'all come get some pizza. And I had a good time because about that time, the colonel of the base walked in because his son was one of the kids playing basketball. He comes over to you and goes, and he said, oh, y'all just got to from Baton Rouge. I said, yes, sir. He goes, what's all these pizzas for? I said, I bought them for the kids. He goes, you didn't go to your child? I said, sir, I hurt my ankle and I was asleep in the barracks and I missed chow. So I'm over here eating pizza. So he told the guy, he goes, and he turned to the guy, goes, make one more and don't worry about charging this man for it. So we have 5 pizzas. We had 50 slices of pizza. I ate about 3. Let me tell you, that was a good pizza.
Yeah,
They make the dough. They make the dough 3 days ahead and proof it, and they proof it the day before. So it gets and it was hand tossed. I said, I watched that dude hand toss this 24-inch pizza. It was crazy. Well, all his kids thanked me, the colonel thanked me, and all that. But that was a fun trip going to that summer camp. But
I bet. Yeah.
We're 90 miles south of St. Louis. A couple of adults in the troop and then went to the St. Louis baseball game.
Yeah, St. Louis is way up there, so yeah. Well, not too far enough.
Well, I was looking at it one day on Google Earth. I did the distance. It's about 15 miles east of the Mississippi River. So it's a pretty cool camp.
Well, yeah, they got the Bush Stadium. I think it's still called Bush Stadium, the new one. I don't know. They probably now everything's sponsored, but Bush Stadium is right there with the arch, and the arch is right there on the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
I do know that, but yeah, I really don't order pizza anymore. I used to walk across the street, my old house, and right there. Well, I go out the subdivision and walk across the little street right there and get the Pizza Hut over there. It's just a little small hole in the wall where it's just you walk in. There's nothing. You can't sit there, and it's just the pizza. I don't really eat from Domino's too much. Mainly because I got hit by a Domino's pizza delivery guy in 1989, which messed my shoulder and my arm up pretty bad, and they refused to pay. They paid for like my bike, but they refused to pay for medical services. And my parents sued them, and technicality, the lawyer was a friggin' moron and lost the case. So I didn't get any money because the lawyer was like, "Well, you can get $600,000 for your son's injuries." And of course, my parents believed that, apparently. I don't know. Whatever the hell it was back in the time. And, yeah, this is when they had 30 minutes or less. And I'll do it like this, right? This was in 1989 because I was 9 years old and I was going. It was in the end of the subject. Okay. This Domino, I don't know if it's still around or not because I haven't lived down there in 20 plus years. But okay, this Domino's was in the middle of a residential. It wasn't in like with all the stores. It was off of Genie Street in Chalmette. So you went the back way, and you would go down the back streets. You know where I lived off of Pakenham, and that was right there. So I lived in that street before, not this time, but a year before. I lived in that big house, big 2-story, which was across the street. And on the other side, they had a doctor's office. But this was a residential, but on all the corners, like on one thing, they had an ear, nose, and throat on the bottom. And then on top, they had apartments. And then across the street, they had like a doctor's office. But it was all in residential. On the other side of that goes on the back side of the neighborhood, which across the way, they would have the Genie Street and G Street. They had the Domino's on the corner, surrounded by pretty much all houses almost. And so I was going down the street, I was going to my friend's house, and I couldn't see anything because they had a shed and they had car. So they had cars lined up on all the sides. I couldn't see a damn thing. So I got off my bike and I walked, and I didn't see anything. I walked, safely in the street. There was nothing around. I got on my bike, and within probably a good 20 seconds, I got on my bike, so boom! This delivery guy, because it was towards the end of the front of the street. So probably another minute, he would have been at Domino's. So I guess he was running, whatever. And he didn't even stop. He just kept on going. He didn't stop. But I pulled out and the guy hit me. Boom! I flew off my bike, broke my collarbone, messed up my arm. It's still kind of, it healed, but still.
Yeah.
Guy didn't stop. Yeah, guy didn't stop. Apparently, I was conscious through this. I flew up in the air and the bike landed on top of me, which I don't know if the bike broke my car. They had clocked him going 102 miles an hour in the residential.
Wow.
And later on, I don't think they fired him. I think they just kind of, I don't know. They might have fired him. I don't know. It was this wasn't even a young guy. This was an older guy. He must have been in his 40s or 50s from what I was told. But I was conscious the whole time. I didn't have they took me in on a stretcher and I had, they did a CAT scan, this and that. And they said, miraculously, the only thing is I broke my collarbone in 3 places. We didn't have no screws. What they did is I was in a cast for 3 months. And I missed a lot of school, but they still graduated me. I think I was in like 3rd grade or something.
Okay.
But anyway, they took me. I had to go to the lawyer wanted, and I didn't realize this until years later. The lawyer was going for so much money that the judge pretty much threw out the case and pretty much sided with Domino's and said, "Oh, okay." But the judge was like, "Well, you got to buy him a new bike." So they bought me like a new bike, and that was it. But I never knew what happened, apparently. But, I should have got some money. My parents should have got some. Of course, I wouldn't have got no damn money. But my dad told me this years ago. I said, "Well, why didn't I get a multi-million-dollar settlement?" Because Domino's, even in the 80s, was a national company, which the doctors even said if they would have came this close, like they hit me in the way they hit me, broke my collarbone and shattered stuff part of my arm. They said if they would have hit me in another, and I don't remember because I'm pretty sure they said I had a concussion, but I was awake. Then again, I think I've had 6 or 7 unofficial concussions. But I got up, and the first thing I did, I started swearing, and I never swore, but I screamed at the top of my lungs, "You know, man, fucker!" But apparently, everybody all the neighbors started coming out their house. They had a bunch of people coming out their houses. Apparently, nobody saw it, but they heard it. Apparently, I must have they heard it because then they saw the car running off or whatever. But they didn't have any witnesses, apparently. So, so the judge kind of threw it out. So I didn't get any money. My parents didn't even get any money from that. So they didn't even pay for the hospital bills. So they got off scot-free. They bought a new bike, and that was it. But, yeah, the judge was like, "No, there's no evidence. We can't." And the investigators and all was trying to get people. And apparently nobody wanted to show up. They didn't want to. "Nah, I'm good. So yeah. So my collarbone, it healed, but it heals like on an angle. So, I got arthritis. I think I have arthritis in because I know when it rains, I can smell the ozone too, but I know when it rains because then my shoulder hurts. But yeah, basically I could have freaking died and I got 0 money. So that's why I don't order Domino's. So that's why I don't eat Domino's. I'm like, if I find out someone ordered Domino's, I pass. I don't eat it. I'm just like, nope. That just brings up bad memories for me. But yeah, I'm just like, wow, that shit. And I didn't comprehend what was going on at the time. I remember I kept going to the lawyer's office. They would pull me out of school and I'd sit with the lawyer, and the lawyer would ask me questions like, "What is your parents' name? Do you know where you're at right now? How old are you?" Like I'm a fucking idiot. I'm just like, and I would answer every question. He'd be like, "Well, he can't say that because then they'll ask him this," and then like, and my dad's like, "Well, they're not going to put him on the stand." "Well, yeah, we're going to have to." My dad's like, "No way. No, we're not doing that shit." No way. We ain't doing that. But
it sounds like if you'd been on stand, y'all probably would have won that case.
Yeah, probably so. Because I had my dad 2 or 3 years ago. I asked him. I said, what happened? Because I didn't know. For years, I didn't know what happened. I was just like, I was 9. I didn't think about anything. And I asked him, I said, well, thinking about it, why didn't I why didn't we get a settlement? Why didn't? And he told me what happened. I was just like, of course. So yeah. So it was a combination of quite a few things there, but yeah, the lawyer also was like, he didn't want to take the case after it was thrown out. He didn't want to try to do anything with it. And he was just kind of one of these hotshot lawyers, my dad said. So, and he tried to get it. He tried to get, well, first he tried to get Morris Bart, but he didn't want to touch it because he said it wasn't high profile. That's what my dad said. So my dad and you know, my parents didn't have that much money back then. They had some, but working class, but still. So yeah. So that's the story. That's the Domino's Pizza story. And I know they were going 102 miles an hour because I have the police report that says that they were going 102 miles an hour. They were clocked at 102 because they had a radar on that street. Going 102 in a residential area. And it's surprising that they didn't hit. And it's surprising that this guy didn't hit anybody else because they said later on, we found out later on, he was involved in another hit and run accident and didn't stop. And the guy apparently didn't get fired. Domino's just pushed it under the rug, apparently. So,
well,
you know.
All the Domino's pizzas in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Indiana are owned by RPM Pizzas. The franchise for Domino's. You know, the largest franchise in the United States. Now, I'll tell you what happened to me. 2016. Remember, we had the flood.
Yeah.
I got me a little red Toyota Corolla. And I went to help out the Walker location. Just for personal reasons. Okay?
Yeah.
So I was over there helping them out. And I was getting ready to get off, and they said, "Hey, you want to take one more run to Cuban?" I said, "Sure." It's to South Cuban. So you're on the interstate. I'm going down the interstate, speed limit. I see the exit sign. So I pull over, and they hit the brakes to kill this cruise control to start slowing down. I got maybe 20 feet into the off-ramp. There's a loud noise. All of a sudden, I realized I hit somebody. The dude was on a bicycle at nighttime. No light.
That's a common occurrence down here.
Well, he flew about 30 feet in the air. His butt came through my windshield. It was $6,500 worth of damage to my car.
Yikes.
Okay. Yeah, the whole front end, the whole front grill section, the grill in front of the radiator was plastic. There's nothing but like tiny pieces of plastic all over the ground. The bicycle he was on, he stole. The only thing they could find of the bicycle was part of the chain and the handlebars. So an 18-wheeler ran over, and apparently it got stuck to the bottom of an 18-wheeler. So where the guy stopped at, he sees a bicycle drop, he probably panicked.
I sure did.
The guy was Hispanic, spoke no English. Earlier that day, the Dennis Springs police got called out to the trailer park, and his girlfriend were living in it for domestic violence. So apparently he rode the bicycle over to Walker, and I had actually delivered pizza to that trailer where he was at about 2 hours earlier. Because I recognized him because my buddy of mine at the time worked for Dennis Springs Police Department. He shows up. Okay, so he had to recuse himself from the case because he knew me, but he had to write the initial report to do the recusal. And the guy ended up with 2 broken ribs and a broken arm. Now, to this day, I refuse to pay the hospital bill and write it to K. Namath because he caused the accident. And so they're after his butt. State Farm has been after him for the money. Because when they just tracked him down, he sent $6,000 back to Mexico to his family. So, but he was also, let's see, blood test came back. He was high on marijuana, and he was a 2.1 alcohol breath. Like, he should have been dead from alcohol poisoning.
Give or take, yeah. I've seen people on the shows hit 2.7, 2.8. That's 4 times legal limit, damn near. That's crazy. I guarantee that Mexican probably did it on purpose to get money.
Well, it's illegal to ride a bicycle on the interstate at all, except for there's 2 reasons. If there's a mass evacuation, that's the only form of transportation, you can use the interstate. That's one. The other thing is if your car breaks down, and that's the only form of, and if you just happen to have a bicycle attached to the car, you can use that to ride to the nearest exit to call for help. That's it.
All right. 2 or 3 years, I rode a bicycle off the side of the interstate. Not one cop ever told me a damn thing. You know when the cops did tell me shit for riding the bike? When I was going right down the street from Savers Center, where I worked at, I was in my damn driveway, and a cop pulled me over because they said someone fitting my description broke into a house and stole a sofa, which was funny in itself because I was on a bike at 10 o'clock at night in my driveway coming home on a bicycle. And I told the officer, I said, yeah, where am I going to put the sofa at? And they shine a light in my face, all this other shit. And they get out to interrogate me. And I told my dad I was getting ready to come home. And I guess my dad was and this was an apartment complex. So I was in the front of my driveway, and the apartment where I lived in was all the way in the back. I lived in the back one. So you had to take a good 40, 50 steps. So I guess my dad, if it's, of course, at 10 o'clock at night, it's quiet. And it was near the swamp. Well, sort of near the swamp because it was not near it, but around it, let's say. And you can hear things, apparently. So my dad got up and he said, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And he told me, he goes, son, get in the house. And the cop's like, I'm not done with him. He goes, get in the house. I'll deal with this. And I could hear what my dad said. My dad said, first of all, you're harassing my son. You're on my property. And he goes, how in the fuck is my son going to steal a sofa, riding a bicycle? He is in uniform that he just got, because the cops were asking me, oh, we got to confirm that you're working. I'm in full uniform. And literally, Savers Center, when it was here, to the house where I lived at, on my bicycle, because I lived at the end of the street, wasn't even it only took me maybe 5 minutes. And there was no one around. And there was no sidewalks, there was woods, but I had to ride that little stretch right there on the road. But there was nobody around. As soon as I get in my driveway, that's when the cop, with the wee, and a flash of light in my face. I'm like, what the fuck? But my dad chewed him out. My dad said, get off my damn property. He's like, if you're going to arrest me, fucking arrest me. And the cop's like, no, we're not going to. He goes, well, your son fit the description. And he's like, whoa, why? And the cops was like, why don't your son drive? He goes, my son's 17 years old. So 16, I was 16 or 17 at the time. He goes, he don't drive because he don't have a car. And the cops were like, why don't you buy him a car? And my dad's like, I got a better idea. Why don't you buy my son a car? I don't drive to this day. Well, I have bad eyes. I can't drive. I have restrictions, so I don't. That's why I don't drive. I have a car. I bought my mom a car. I have a car. I had a car, but I bought it for my mom, and she needed it and used it and traded it in. So I don't have a car anymore. But I bought her one. But I don't drive. I walk. I walk or I get rides, whatever. So, but I remember when I was 14, 15 years old living in St. Bernard. And my parents would tell how we didn't have a car. I drive halfway across the fucking parish. I go to not Hollywood. I go to the video place, which is probably 4 miles down the road off of Judge Perez. I would get on my bike and I'd ride it. Nobody ever told me I go down the back streets, but no one ever did. You know, back then, thanks, Kat. But me and my friends, you know, we'd ride halfway across the parish. You know, of course, back then it was only be home before the street lights. You know, whatever. And I was like, hey, the street lights are broken. But me and my friend walked from Araby through Chalmette all the way to Miro. That is probably a 20-mile stretch, 20, 25 miles.
Yeah.
And we did it all, if you know what I'm talking about, through Judge Perez. We walked all the way on one side. We didn't go through Miro, but we went good distance. If we would have walked from Araby all the way to LaCloskey, that was a good 40, 50 miles probably. We walked the whole day. We were just bored. We stopped at rallies and whatever. But the whole bicycle thing. Out here where I'm at now, they got a stretch of highway. There's a bridge where there's nowhere to walk and there's nowhere to ride. But people out here always walk and always ride a bike because they have to, because a lot of people in this area don't have transportation. Well, in the last 2 weeks, 2 people got killed riding a bike. And I don't want to say this is the funny part, but right before that stretch is the cemetery. And the first person got killed right in front of the cemetery. And the city council won't fix it because it used to have a thing. I remember coming home from my last job, and you have to make this little sharp turn, and there's no reflectors, there's no light, and there's a guardrail that's bent. I saw a van crash right into the guardrail one time, and almost caused an accident. The person that was driving me home, and that was 10 o'clock at night. There's no lights around that area, but people walk. That's sort of the I guess the poor. I don't know if it's the poor part of town, but there's always people walking that area. And that's the reason I took a lot of cabs and got rides home. I don't see good at night, number one. Number two, no matter what you're wearing, they're not going to see you at night. I am petrified to walk that damn bridge because somebody going to hit my ass. Being hit by a car before, you don't want to get hit again. So, you know, but yeah, I haven't had a bike. I haven't had a bicycle in probably 20 years, 15, 20 years. But before that, every time I rode somewhere, I would always ride off the side of the highway. Nobody ever told me a damn thing. I guess I do remember one time I was walking home from high school and I missed the school bus. And my parents wasn't home and my grandparents wasn't home. I found out later I ran into them because they were coming down. They were actually coming down the highway at the exact time I was walking down Judge Perez, and they stopped me and they were like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I missed the bus." "Why are you walking?" "Well, from the school." And my grandparents lived on the last house on the street. So from the school to where they lived was probably about 5.5 miles. And I was going, and so that time they stopped me and they picked me up and they said that we went to Taco Bell and we ate. It just happened to be a weird thing. Another time I was walking down Judge Perez. I had my book bag over my shoulder and a cop stops me. I get right in front and they used to have a betting line. I don't know if they still have these. The finish line and the betting line. It was a off-track bet off of Judge Perez. And I see a cop and he goes, boom, 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 boom. Stops me. He goes, "Why are you walking down the side of the highway? At the highway. Why are you walking down Judge Perez?" "Oh, officer." I said, "Yeah, I was like 16, 17. I missed my bus. Why don't you get somebody to pick you up?" "Well, I tried. No one's here, blah, blah, blah." He goes, "Okay, I need you to empty your book bag, son." Okay, I just got books in there. He thought I was carrying drugs or something. It was like 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. Okay. He goes, where are you going? I said, I'm going to my grandpa's house. Where does he live? I said, right there off of Circle K, right behind Circle K, which was literally, we were right there practically, right down the street. So in this parking lot, he tells me to take all my books out, empty your book bag. He goes, turn out your pockets, take off your shoes. I'm like, why do I need to take off my shoes? And I'm thinking to myself, this guy wants to do a strip search on me. Which, because I heard him on a thing saying, oh, we have a suspicious blah, blah, blah. No, I'm a fucking student. I showed him my card. I missed the bus. There were 3 or 4 times I missed the bus. And my grandparents are not home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They never were. They were always at the club, or they were always at the Moose Lodge, or they were always, my grandparents were retired. So I missed the bus. Hey, guess what? I got to wait till 5 o'clock. I'm not staying in school till 5. I'm walking down the side of the highway, walking down Judge Perez. Half of that area is an open field. I think to this day it's an open field. But yeah, the cop stops me and checks my books, opens all the books up, checks through the backpack. Okay, I take my shoes off. He's looking in my shoes and blah, 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 puts his hand in my pockets and this and that. I'm like, I asked him, I said, sir, what did I do something wrong? He's like, well, we've had a lot of people carrying drugs in book bags lately. I'm just like, oh, smart ass officer. Okay. But later on, I told my dad about this, and he sued the parish. But I don't know what happened with that, obviously, because I didn't get any money. So I don't know what happened with that story either. But basically, the cop was like, okay, well, he's like, I put all my stuff. He goes, you can put your stuff back in, put your shoes on. He goes, I don't want to see you walking down this stretch anymore. I said, well, I missed the bus. I have to, I said, can't you give me a ride home? He goes, I have more important things to do, son. And he gets in his car and he speeds off. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. And then I walked home and I told my grandparents what happened. And my grandparents were pissed. So they called my dad. My dad was. So I'm just like, why am I getting harassed here? So I've been harassed by these cops. I know a lot of cops where I live now, so they don't bother me too much. I mean, I used to live next door to a cop. There is a cop in my neighborhood right down the street, and I know him. So they don't bother, the cops don't bother me too much around here, anymore, because I know them. I've worked with some of them. When I worked at CBS overnight, they used to come in there and I used to talk to them. So I know a lot of the police out here. So they don't bother me too much now. But yeah, I don't know. It's like back in the day, I'm just like, I don't know. Go bother someone else. Go do your job, cops. Go fight crime. I just never understood why they harassed me riding the bike or walking down the street. One other time when my cousin had passed away. He died years ago. He had stomach cancer. He died 25 years ago, something like that. He died when he was 17. But one other time we were going down the street. We were going to Circle K, right down the corner. It was, I don't know what time it was. It probably 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. Now, the cops had an excuse for this one, which I don't know. But my aunt was like, I need to get some chips and blah, 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 blah. She wanted, apparently, the legal age is 18 to get cigarettes. My cousin was only 15 or 16, but he looked like he was 18. So they never checked ID back in the day. So apparently, my aunt, and she's not living anymore either. Whatever. So she always smoked cigarettes, never had a job, whatever. So she told her cousin, go get me some cigarettes. And my cousin's like, well, I'm not going out there alone. So my aunt's like, go with them, like telling me, because I was like 2 years older. I said, all right, fine. Walking down the street, got whatever, walking back, going back, turning on the street. There's these lights that are in my face, and someone's asking me, what are you doing, son? I couldn't see who it was. I don't think it was a cop to this day, because I couldn't see. But my cousin was just like, I didn't say anything. My cousin was just like, ignore them, just keep on walking. They don't even matter. And they were like, "What are y'all doing out at night?" And my cousin turned and he goes, "I got a better question. What are you doing out this late at night?" And he goes, "If y'all gonna arrest me, do it now. Otherwise, I'm leaving. Bye." And like I said, I never did see the people because I had lights in my eyes, damn near blinded me. But whoever it was, they left. The light disappeared and they sped off. And my cousin goes, "Yeah, I don't think those were cops. They were just assholes and whatever." And I was like, "Yeah." But I'm telling you, crazy things, right?
Spring of '85, I was at Southeastern, so I'm going to Southeastern Sunday evening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to Tantrum Hall Parish. That's part of the Covington State Trooper. I think it's Troop D. It's Covington, and they cover that area. I'm driving along.
Yeah, Covington's Troop D.
Yeah,
because I used to work next to that. I'm
literally like 5 miles from the exit to go to Hammond, the back way. To go to 50, I would go to 55 and get off West Thomas to go to campus. 5 miles from that exit, I see lights behind me. I said, "Well, I'm not speeding." So I pull over. No, this was about 8 o'clock at night. And they go, "We saw you swerve back there. So we're going to test you to see if you're drunk or not." I said, "I don't drink." "But you were swerving." I said, "The wind's blowing like hell." At the time, I was driving a 1977 Cutlass Supreme. Okay. And so I'm doing a test. I noticed one off is 2 state troopers. It was the time they used to ride two to a car. I noticed one trying to pouring beer inside my car. I said, "What the hell you think you're doing over there?" And the other officer goes, "You didn't pay attention to me." I said, "No, I don't. You're planting evidence, and that's against the law." "Well, what do you know about the law?" I said, "You really want to go that route?" I said, contact Troop A and tell them get a hold of Bill Spencer. Get over here." "Who's that?" "My uncle." "Well, I don't fucking believe you." I said, "Just call." Because at the time, my friend's father was captain of Troop A. My uncle was second in command. And they wouldn't call. About the time 18-wheeler pulled over, he wouldn't know what was going on. I told him what was going on, and the troops kept saying, "You need to keep on going, sir. This is none of your business." And he goes, "Troop A?" He goes, "Hold on one second." He gets on the CB. He gets to the emergency channel, which at the time was channel 9, was the emergency channel. And he calls. He goes. He breaks in, and back then they used to monitor that. 30 minutes later, my uncle pulls up. He's in his state police car. He walks up. He's dressed out in full gear, and he goes, "Oh, what are y'all doing to my nephew?" He looked at my uncle and goes, "And who?" He goes, "I am Bill Spencer, Lieutenant Commander at Troop A. This is my nephew. What are y'all trying to do to him?" He goes, "Well, we saw him swerving back there, and so we're putting in the field sobriety test." So, "Uncle Bill, the other trooper poured a beer in my car." He goes, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, Seth. I just tell him, watch him take a beer can and pour it in my car." And I say, "Probably they even left the can in there." So he goes over back to my car. He pulls out a can and goes, "Michelob?" He is a Michelob can. He walks over and goes, my nephew does not drink because he knows I'll personally throw his ass in jail. He's caught drinking and driving. Y'all playing this beer on here. And said, and breathalyzer came out. He said, did y'all even do the breathalyzer? No, sir. He goes, hold on one second. Because their captain, he shows up. So I'm out there for 2 hours on the interstate, being bumped by 18 wheels going by. So those two troopers end up getting fired from Troop A for planting evidence. Come to find out, they've been doing this on young drivers for about 2 years. Planting beer on them, get them arrested, get them in court, and get them fined and all that bullshit. So they have had to go back like 3 years worth of cases, then dismiss those cases, drop the charges, expunge those files. Those guys got fired big time. So yeah, they got bad cops out there, but it was a good thing my uncle was a captain of Troop A because I would have been in deep water. But they try to plant beer on me.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
If I was going to buy beer anyway, it's going to be a 6-pack. I ain't buy one beer. You know?
That's like when the cops used to plant the marijuana on people and say, look what I found here. And they'd say, I don't smoke. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, because they get their brownie points and they get their kickbacks. They probably would have said, they probably would have told you later on, they probably would have said, because I don't think they wore body cams back then.
No.
I mean, but they probably would have said, well, if you pay us $100 or something, we'll let this slide. You know, you pay us, give us some cash, and we'll forget anything that happened. You know, they were trying to extort you basically. That's what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they should have went to jail. They should have had charges brung up on them. Just being fired isn't enough. They should have went to prison. I mean,
I don't know what happened. Marco told me 2 weeks later that they fired him. So,
yeah. But I'm pretty sure that Covington is Troop D. I used to work in Covington, and where I worked at, I used to have to get off at that. No, I used to pass that exit because there was a going because you go if you keep going, you'll hit the causeway. But I got off at that exit. I don't remember the exit. That was when I worked at the Fresh Market, which was right there by the Cafe Du Monde, right? Same area in Covington.
uh-huh.
And I had to, and that's where, I worked there about, this was, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, I guess, 7 years ago. But you have to pass on the highway, and you see on the service road, you see where it is the troop, and it'll say Troop. I'm pretty sure you're right. It's Troop D. But D for dumbasses. At least we'll those two. But so yeah, because I remember when I went up to Shreveport, and I think Shreveport is like Troop F or something, or G, or
I don't remember. I have to look it up.
Yeah,
but New Orleans is Troop B. Baton Rouge is Troop A.
Yeah.
D is Opelousas. D, I think it's Covington.
Yeah.
F is Alexandria. So it'd probably be E may be Shreveport, and G is Monroe, I think.
Yeah, you might
but
be
yeah,
right.
Man, my uncle was not happy with those two troopers.
Shit, I don't blame them. But if they just got off just by getting fired, then they got lucky. They should have been prosecuted to the law.
They probably were.
Especially if they were doing that for 2 years. Yeah, I'm sure they. I'm surprised that didn't make headline news. If that would have happened this day and age, it would have been on the news. Of course, If you were like a minor or whatever, they wouldn't have done that. But they wouldn't have put your name out, anything like that. But that would have been news nowadays. Cops get busted for corruption. They would have been all over.
Now, This is funny as heck. This is years ago. I mean, like, I think it was 1982. My uncle, Mike Edmondson, were flying back in the state police helicopter. They had gone over to Lafayette to help with an investigation with a major wreck. Because Mike Edmondson at the time, his job was taking photos of wrecks and stuff. So they're flying back to Troop A headquarters. The end was on Airline Highway, right there by Sherwood. And they're flying across LSU campus. The pilot decides to fly low over Sorority Row. This is in the springtime. Well, they came in at treetop level, and the wind washed blew them towels off them girls.
Always a good thing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But look, I went to that funeral 2 weekends ago. So just decided to cut back on, go through Covington, come down the highway. The wind was crazy, wearing my butt out. The last time I was down on West Thomas, there was McDonald's on that one side, and it was all woods. Now it's a huge shopping center. All that has changed. It's crazy over there now.
I bet.
We're supposed to be doing some work at the hospital. They had a guy that did work for us. He left and went work for another company. And right now they're trying to get money from the state to fix the air conditioning. Half the time it don't work in the summertime. And when it does
work, they fixed it all right. They fixed it. They fixed it by not fixing it.
Well, and when it does work, the airflow is not correct. There's in the labor delivery department, there's a higher exchange rate of air, and they don't have the HEPA filters in. So they're trying to get money from the state to redo all the AC all over again, and we're supposed to be doing that job. It's gonna be about it's gonna be about $30 million renovation to the hospital. Because all the chillers going to be changed. The chillers are undersized. The VAV boxes that they use to some of the patient rooms are undersized. The airflow rate in the neonatal unit is way under. It's supposed to be like 80 air changes per hour. And right now the rate is 30. So, yeah, we're waiting for that to kick off here soon.
No, yeah, that's not good. It's got to be working at full capacity.
Yeah,
especially if it's in a hospital, for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand people half the time.
Oh, you see here,
yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, but Cajun went live, like I was saying before. Cajun went live around 5:30, and he said, "Can you come on a chat?" And I said, "Yeah, I can do a stream." Yeah, so I did. It's about 7:30, and then I said, "Well, I guess I'll start mine because he had some people on his chat." So I said, "Well, I'll do a stream." So he dropped the link, of course, except for the usual people that come, like Dave and Colton, whatever. I know what I was saying. None of them people came because whatever. So he goes, he made his pizza. He goes, well, I'm going to continue this on Field Guys. All right. And so I'll do a stream. So he was here about the first, I think he made it to about 40 minutes. And then he said, I got to go. I'm eating my pizza. I'm hurting. I got to go. So I said, that's fine. I said, I only figured on doing an hour. Of course, I'm at 2 hours and 14 minutes now, but it's all good. Well, I already used 10 and a half hours of StreamYard, so now I'm at about 12 and a half, 13. And tonight was kind of a impromptu stream. So
Yeah. Well,
you gonna do a stream tonight or no?
so what time is it? No, it's
10:15.
Well, I ordered from Amazon 100 empty nickel tubes. That came in today.
Oh, that's good.
Now, I keep going to around 4 or 5 at a time, and I fill them up. It's 50 cents over there too, but this was 56 cents. I ain't worried about 6 cents extra. You know, it was $56 for 100 tubes. They come with the box to keep them in. So, and then go, and I'm gonna mark the tops, the years for the nickels. So I'm gonna start separating the nickels out by the year when I get done hunting nickels.
Oh, okay.
So I need to go mark 38, 39, 44. I'm not going to worry about the mint marks. I'm just going to put them in there. As they accumulate, they're going to accumulate. Then I can go back later, separate them out by mint mark, and go from there. Now, what I did do today, there's another store on Monterey Boulevard where I used to live at by Park Forest. The guy had 7 rolls of 2004, 2005 nickels. Some of those in the original mint, like from Philadelphia and Denver wraps. And that was $28 I spent today. Because people are starting to ask for a complete set on Whatnot. And I was watching one guy, he's selling the PD sets. So it's 8 coins total. He's getting $10 per set, which is not bad for. Think about it's only 40 cents.
It ain't bad at all.
No.
So,
Well, I got some bros already. You know, one of them, the ink is toning the nickels yellow. So those I will keep.
Yellow nickels. That, you know what? You should run with that. I have some yellow nickels here. It's very rare. I guarantee somebody, eBay or something, but
I got one that's blue and one that's like a deep purple. I got some candy half dollars that are like that too. They really turn deep purple. I'll buy ton coins all day long as long as I got the money.
Yeah. Like, here we go, folks. Purple nickels. They're very rare. $4,000. But yeah, I tried to put some stuff up on eBay yesterday, and I realized that not coins. I'm just talking about like cards and stuff. And I have come to the conclusion that I think they said something like the first 250 are free, and then after that or something. But then they say they want for sports cards 13.25% fee plus shipping. Not my budget. No. If I'm putting up a card and sells for $20, I'm gonna get less than $5. I'm not doing that. That's why. So now that's why I know they used to be high, but it says sneakers over 150 to 8% plus a certain fee, and then they said this. So I kind of know why, because I got a bunch of stuff that I gotta sell so I can make some money. Since I'm in between these situations right now, so I gotta do that. But yeah, I'm just like 13%. Yikes! I remember when eBay was only like 5 or 6%, and I used to sell stuff. But 13%.
That's across. That's on everything that you sell. Everything on eBay is 13%.
Well, they said sneakers are over. Yeah, mostly everything. They said certain exceptions. They said sneakers over 150 is 8%. Yeah, 13% plus shipping. Now, if I'm selling a card for $20, 13% $20 is like what, $4 plus shipping? I ain't making that. They taking half the money right away. So I guess to sell my sports cards, I have to add that whatnot back on. I don't know, now I've sold a few cards in the past by like word of mouth or Twitter. I will do. I have sold one coin, and I totally got ripped off by this guy. And I'll say this as far as like this, right? He's not on YouTube anymore. I don't know if you knew him. His name was TNT. He lived in Dallas. You know him or you don't?
No, don't know him.
Oh, Cajun knew of him. But this was about 5 or 6 years ago, and I lost my job and I needed some money. And I had this 1921 Morgan dollar. It had like a black dot on it. It was basically new. I think I bought it for like $12 at the time. And I said, well, I'm trying to sell this for X amount of dollars. I forgot what it was that I was selling it for. And he goes, I'll give you $25 for it. And I said, well, I could probably get more than $25 for it. I said I was trying to get maybe like 50 or 100. But, and he goes, well, I guess I could do 100. I mean, I don't know. He goes, but I can't pay everything right now. I'll pay you this, and this. And I'm like, all right, well, I trust you. You're on YouTube. I know you, blah, blah, blah. But he actually did an auction. He would do auction streams all the time.
Yeah.
But I guess he lost his job too because he was working overnight. He was streaming overnight. And he did some auction streams, and apparently, from what I heard, because I can't verify it, took everybody's money and closed his eBay account. He had his wife close her account, this and that. Well, we came to an agreement. He was going to pay me $100 for the coin. Okay, fine. So he paid me $25. He goes, I don't have the whole 100 right now. I'll pay you $25. Okay. So stupid me ships him the coin. Okay. Never got the other $75. He paid me $25, closed his account, disappeared off the face of the planet.
Oh, wow.
Now this was so I basically handed him a Morgan dollar, knowing that I was out of work at the time, took advantage of him, closed his account. So now I don't know how much a 21 Morgan dollar was, but it was like a little spot on it, and it was next to nothing. So I mean, there was like nothing wrong with this damn coin pretty much. So I don't know how much it would have been. It wasn't graded or nothing, but still, I know it was worth more than $25. I do know that. So I got screwed out of that. So and like I said, he disappeared off the face of the planet because but he, I don't know. He used to do auctions and shit. And then I think he tried to screw Cajun over one time, but he did an auction one day and just, took everybody's money and just never sent out the coins, got rid of his eBay, got rid of his YouTube. His wife got rid of hers, and that was that. They rode off into the sunset. So, took my money.
So about 12 days ago, I guess it was, came across a selling whatnot, selling flashlights. They're rechargeable, and you can charge your phone off of them too. And there's LEDs, it has all kinds of different effects on there. And their dollar start, I got one for $20. Okay. I get in the mail from these people a little container with like hot glue droppings in a container, and that was it. So right now, I contacted them, and Friday I said, okay, you're not responding. I'm escalating this to whatnot. So I want my money back or the flashlight. So now I am for what not to respond to the escalation. Because you can see in the video, only thing she's showing and talking about is this flashlight. And they only got like 10 items sold. So it means they can't pull the money out until everything's been verified. There's a new seller. I think they're trying to rip people off. So she had the flashlight, just demonstrating it, and it looked pretty damn cool. So you had like on the side, it was like 12 rows of LEDs. You could turn those on, change the color. Then you had like a regular flashlight you could point. It had 10 high beam LEDs on there. Charged up, the flashlight is good for 2 days if you leave it on. They go for 2 days solid. That's what she said. So I said, okay.
She said a lot of things lately.
Yeah. So I said, okay, I'll take a chance on this. I'm bid, and they got one for $20. Now I got this container, and it's like, this ain't right. So I went back and watched the video receipt, and she never says, "Oh, something going on. You won the auction." She doesn't say that, but you don't see the on the video when you win stuff, because it's like a watermark. You just see it on your screen when you win. When you win a bid. So now I'm for what not to respond, because I want my money back, or send me the damn flashlight. 1 to 2. So I refuse to. So where they decide, more likely that account's probably going to get banned if they did this to other people too. So
I'm sure they will, but
they got started buying stuff and whatnot. There's a lot of messages come up for somebody who's from Blue Ridge saying, hey, there's a couple that's in trouble and they're trying to raise money. So we're going to watch the stream. Apparently they got kicked out of their house, couldn't pay rent, they couldn't get into a storage unit, and so he's trying to raise money to get a place for the night, pay for the storage fee so they can get all this stuff out to sell and whatnot. Well, I sat there for 2 hours watching people donating money, tipping them. I didn't tip anything. Because on whatnot, if you get tipped, that's automatic cash to you. Next thing I know, the feed's gone. Whatnot came in, they stepped in, they shut the stream down. Well, I think about it. I sit down and write down these tips. So it shows you how much somebody's tipped. You can see it coming across your screen. I write it down. So after Whatnot shut down the stream, I had 2 hours worth of handwritten numbers. I started adding up. They had raised almost $2,000 just in tips alone.
I need to make $2,000 in tips. How the hell do you do that? I mean, by not scamming people, obviously, but I mean, how do you do that normally? On what? I mean, I don't know how Whatnot works. I've never really been on there. I mean, I got the app on my phone, but how does Whatnot work exactly? Like regular auctions, you sell shit? Or
yeah, you can do auctions. There's also what you call buy it now, a bin. Like right now, I got about 8 rows of wheat cents. You can go in there. You want one? Pay $6. I ship it out. I make $1. I pay $4 for the bag of wheat for the little small bag of wheat at the coin shop. All thing I do, I go in. I don't search them for like replenishment marks or doubling anything like that. Whatever in the bag, it gets shipped out, except for the bad ones. I got enough wheat cents up deep into my replacement bag, put 50 rows in there and ship it off. But when I ship it, it's vacuum packed. That way, if the paper gets torn or something happens to the paper, the coins don't go there and get scattered inside the envelope. So all my stuff, yeah, I like to vacuum pack those coins up. It keeps them safe.
Well, that makes sense.
So what happens is you have to sell so much money or 1,000 items. Once you do that, all your sales are instant payouts. But until that happens, you gotta wait till once your package is sent to your customer and they verify it's been shipped, or the postal service scans when they drop it off, the Whatnot releases the funds 4 hours later.
Oh, so you don't get paid. You don't get paid till like 3 days later.
No. Okay, let's say you buy it from me.
Yeah.
I ship it to you. First thing I do, I take it to the post office. I get a scanned receipt. They send it to you. When they drop it off, they have to scan the packages in. And that tells Whatnot that the package has been delivered. It takes them 4 hours to process that to release your funds so you can withdraw it when you're ready for it.
Oh, okay. So in other words, they don't have to receive the package before you get the money. Once they scan it and then they ship it off, then they pay you.
Yeah. Now.
Oh, okay. That would make more sense.
Once they get 1,000 items sold, instead of shipping to you, it's $80 worth of coins. And let's say I need that money right. No, I need that money right now, so I can buy more stock to sell. Now I can do a withdrawal of that money automatically. But I'm going to be the person that's going to wait till all those packages have been received. Then I'm going to pull the money out. That way, if something happens to the package, I don't have to send the money to Whatnot from my account back to them and give it back to the customer.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So I figured that's the best way to handle that stuff.
Man, I never did use my $15 that I had, so I have that. I never did use it. Now I had to take the app off my phone because I needed space and I never went on Whatnot, so I deleted the app. Hopefully I still have the $15. If I have to re-add the app, maybe they'll give me the 15, or because I didn't use the original. Maybe I lost it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to make some extra cash here, but it seems like everything I'm trying to do just ain't working for me. So,
if you're going to sell cards, the best place to do that is on Whatnot.
But what do they charge you for a fee? Because I know they have to charge you something.
I think they're 10% on cards. It's 8% on coins. Shoes, clothing items is 12% on that kind of stuff.
I ain't that much better than eBay. I mean, actually, the shoes on eBay is cheaper technically because they said 8% over 150, but I guess under, I don't know. Most people just told me to do Facebook Marketplace, but the thing with that is I don't like doing that. But then someone said, well, you can meet in a public place. Yeah, and they can pull out a gun on me and shoot me too. Not only that, on Facebook Marketplace, it's got all your info on there. So let's say they want to buy something and then, I don't want to do it. Well, all your info's on there. I mean, I don't know about your home address, but I know they got your phone number and your name. So, I mean, because someone said, well, I do it all the time. Nothing happens. And I'm like, well, yeah, but if I was, I said, I can go to a public place down the street and exchange stuff. But,
there's one guy. There's one guy that sells coins in the Jefferson Nickel Facebook group that I'm in. He says there, yeah. Now, if you're local, he meets you in front of the police department.
Well, I don't live near the police department. I mean, I know where it is, but I don't live near. I mean, I don't know where it's about 3 or 4 miles down the road. Kind of hard to walk there, but yeah.
Hmm. Mm. Then I'll drink. Damn it. My dentures are trying to come out.
Oh, that ain't good.
Well, I only have uppers. I'll probably need lowers, so I'm just waiting on that to happen. Then my phone's hot as heck sitting on his bed. Golly. Put it charging.
Yeah, there you go.
I need my knife. There it is. I can get that box for the nickels. I did put my bid. I did do a box wrap up just last night. I posted it this morning, all my nickels and beehives and all that I found. And then today I measured for my couch on build that platform I talked about. So I need a total of 4 2x10s at 8 foot long. So the couch, the cushions I measured are right at 8 foot. But I need to measure where the feet are at to get the actual proper dimension. So I got a center foot, so if you measure from the center of that foot to the edge of the one side of the foot of the couch, that tells me that where I need to cut. Let's see. Oh, that bag with this box of nickel too. When he gets his nickels off, so I can start my next box of nickels, which I picked up yesterday. But man, I woke up this morning, I thought today was Sunday. I really, really did.
Sometimes I don't know what day it is. Yeah.
Well, bad enough, I had a stupid nightmare in the middle of the night that scared the shit out of me. That's crazy. Me dropping a baby on his head and I killed the baby because I dropped it on his head, hit the soft spot. It's like, what the hell?
Dream of weird stuff. I used to dream years ago of like, and this happened in a lot of dreams. Like I would be with my friend and I'd shoot him or I'd arrow it, or it was always like me killing him or he would die in my dreams. Like somebody would push him in a river or something. And I told him this one time, he goes, well, stop dreaming about me. And I did eventually, but I dream of weird shit. Like I'm sure like most people do. Your subconscious, it kind of a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to interpret your dreams. Well, what does this mean? What does this mean? Like, what is? And sometimes dreams don't have meanings. It's just, I don't know. It's just when you're sleeping with your REM. It's more like you're sleeping and it's kind of you're purging all this stuff out. And I lose track. Last week I kept thinking same thing like with Southern. I kept thinking Saturday was Sunday, and I was talking to somebody. I was like, "Oh, well, today's Sunday." Well, no, it's Saturday, and I said, "Are you sure about that?" I got to get my day straight because with the of course I haven't been listening to the basketball games lately either. I used to, I haven't listened to one LSU basketball game this year. I mean, I'm talking about the men. I used to listen to all the games. I know they come on Wednesday and Saturday. They probably played tonight.
Yeah, they did. They lost.
Oh no, the women played tonight too. I think tonight because it was supposed to be on ABC.
Yeah, it's a big game too. Big game.
Yeah, I think it was tonight they were supposed to play. If I remember right.
It was actually this afternoon.
Oh, I totally missed it. But who did the men play today? Because I know they lost. But
they played Tennessee, and 3 of the starters were out, and LSU lost by 10 points.
Oh,
but like I said,
I don't know LSU. Yeah, I don't know LSU's record. I mean, I know last year they only won 12 or 13 games. LSU started off like, I want to say they were like 10-1 in their non-conference, but they haven't done too good in the SEC. They won a few games here and there. They were ranked. They were ranked like 16th in January.
They won a lot of the early games, but they're not doing too good in the SEC conference right now. But tonight the refs were, I heard radio were very, very bad.
Well, of course they're always bad. That's why they're in the SEC. But I don't know. Well, Tennessee's usually a good team anyway. But if they're missing 3 starters, I would honestly, I'd honestly be surprised if LSU was like had a winning record still had a winning record the way they've been losing games lately. But I mean, I know they won a few, but they got blown out by Arkansas by like 30 points, I think, last week or something.
One of the players got hurt in that game. He's out for the rest of the season. LSU. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't listened to their games. Like I said, every Wednesday and Saturday I would listen to LSU games, especially when Jim Hawthorne was calling them back in the day. I haven't even listened to a Tulane game this year or any UNO game. Well, yeah, UNO I can pick up on the radio still, but UNO is pretty much going to be LSU anyway soon. If UNO is going to be absorbed into LSU like they used to be in the past. I just haven't really kept up with it. I kept up with it on Twitter, but but yeah, I wanted to see that LSU women's team. I think they're like 22-3 or something like that.
I forgot. They were playing the number 1 team in the nation today. I think it's right.
I don't know who number 1 is. Well, LSU's number 6, I believe. Yeah.
The tickets were selling $600 a piece for today's game for the women.
Do what now?
The LSU women's basketball tickets were going for $600 a piece.
Where was it held? Was it in Baton Rouge or?
I think so.
That would make sense, yeah.
Let me find out. Let's see. They lost to South Carolina. The women lost by 7 points.
Oh, LSU never beat South Carolina.
Okay, South Carolina is number 3. LSU is number 6.
LSU keeps fluctuating. Yeah, LSU never beats South Carolina. They lost to them 3 times last year and 3 times the year before that. They don't beat South Carolina. In fact, the year LSU won the ladies' championship, they lost to South Carolina twice.
Yeah.
And the only thing that stopped them from losing 3 times is that who from Iowa that knocked off South Carolina, and then we beat her and beat Iowa.
They
just don't match. Yeah, well, I know her name. I just don't like her. But they don't match up well against Staley's team at all. They just don't beat South Carolina. They just don't. Actually, I think LSU already lost to South Carolina once this year because they only had 3 losses, and the only 3 times LSU lost was to ranked teams, I think. If I remember right. But I think they were like 20. I want to say 22-3. So maybe Tulane won a game today. If Tulane played, I don't know. I know the UNO team, the men's team, is like 1-24 or some shit like that. They ain't winning shit. But then again, that team is UNO is going back into LSU campus. So yeah, because UNO is pretty much bankrupt. They used to be back in the 60s and early 70s. They used to be part of the LSU chain, and they broke off. And then they became on their own. But LSU bought them out recently. So it'll be LSU New Orleans.
Oh, I don't know about that. No, yeah, LSU New Orleans down there already.
They already came out and said it's going to be the University of New Orleans LSU. They already came out and said it. They did the artist rendering and everything. Yeah, LSU. Yeah, UNO bankrupt. They've been bankrupt for a couple of years now. After Katrina, it wiped everything out, and they said their attendance is only like less than 10,000. So what LSU's doing is LSU's going to use that as a minor league system. They were saying the people that can't get into LSU, they're going to put it on their website. Well, you may not qualify for LSU, but you can go to UNO. So they're going to try to take applicants from LSU and push them towards UNO. But
this are like LSU, Eunice, and Alexandria, and Shreveport.
I've seen LSU Shreveport, passed right by it. LSU Alexandria, my cousin was doing the roof work on it about 6 months ago. They were building another part of that, so I've been to that one. But yeah, LSU bought out the UNO thing, so yeah, they're gonna change the color. They're gonna still be called the Privateers and everything, but it's gonna be called LSU. Back in the day, it used to be called LSUNO. Because there's signs on it going back to I think it was like 1973. They broke apart, and they became University of New Orleans. They got rid of the LSU, and so you know.
I'm putting these nickels up from last week's hunt so I can get on with my next hunt. So I'm working these tubes up with the dates on top with a Sharpie pen. As they get more and more nickels, I can reorganize them. Tell you what, though, man, I had a nice 1970s pop up out of that roll. It's almost like a proof, but it's not. Just the obverse looks a hell of a lot better than the reverse side. So yeah,
I think on one of your videos, didn't you find I remember watching one of your shorts. Didn't you find the proof nickel?
Yeah, I just found another one too. I found 2 so far this year. Found a 1975 S proof, but it doesn't even look like it's a proof. It looks like it's been in circulation.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to go 3 hours, Cat, but when you talk, you have fun. But
yeah,
you find a proof. That's pretty cool. I found the proof in change one time. Somebody gave me one, and I looked at it, and I was like, it was a proof quarter, and I was like, that's pretty shiny. I was like, I looked at it, and I saw the S on there. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, it's a proof. Couldn't tell you where it is. I put it in the sleeve somewhere, and I don't know where it is now, but when I moved, I put all my coins, most of my coins in the shoebox I had. I know where the shoebox is, but I'd have to dig through. I never did find all my Canadian pennies. Like I years ago when I used to go on this guy's stream and he became an asshole and hacked my channel, and at least I think it was him. And I banned this guy, but he tried to take credit for my YouTube channel. Okay. And he's from Canadian land. Just enough said there, but I had pennies, the Canadian pennies, like the King George pennies from the 20s, ton by 10, 12 of them. And I had them on something, and then when I moved, I don't know what happened to them. I think I put them in the box, but I had them all in a sleeve, and then I took them out certain sleeves, and then and whatnot. But someone told me, oh, I forgot the date of it. And someone said, well, one of those 20 pennies is worth a lot of money. I said, well, I should sell it. And I never got around to finding it again. But if I dig in the shoebox is somewhere over there, I'd put it on the floor. It's somewhere over there. But I just took all my coins that I had. Well, some of them are still in another box, but I took all the the loose shit, and I just threw it in the shoebox and said, I'll deal with it later. Because I don't have any coin flips. I just take the baseball card sleeves and staple them together like that, and then that makes it the coin sleeves. I've done that a few times, but that's the cheapy version, you know.
See, when I found this back on the 10th, that's when I found that proof. Now I'm putting all these nickels into a tube. So I have to separate them again, but I'm not going to do that right now. I need to get started in that other box, because if I don't start now, I never get done. Maybe let me get that. Yeah, there we go.
You gonna post a video of that?
No. I already posted this video. It's already been uploaded.
Oh, okay. I haven't checked on it today. Like I said, I've been watching a lot. Like last week, I probably watched a good 40 or 50 of your shorts, you know, to try to get something going or whatever.
Yeah,
but
the problem with doing lives is I can't make shorts when I come across something.
Really?
Yeah, I can go back. I can edit it into a short, but that's a pain in the butt.
Oh. Yeah, I was getting ready to say, I always see on a thing where it says, I don't know how to edit crap, but I always see people where it says it's a short, and I'm like, I know I watched this before, and it was from someone's live stream, and I don't know how they do that. That is the case. I could do that with all my shorts. See, on Twitch, all you got to do is clip something. Someone clips it, and then I got footage of me out there on Twitch from like 4 or 5 years ago. People were clipping it. But it always shows me doing like what I'm doing now, talking with my icon. And I got like 15 clips on Twitch from people clipping me. And the only thing when people type in my name for like searches, it'll just have me typing with my emblem. And I'm just like, and I'm like, why is it picked that one? And then he said, oh, that's the one. But I didn't even know people clipped me on Twitch until I went to my clip feed, and it shows all the people that clipped you. And I'm like, okay, these people. Just random shit. Like if I said dog and someone clipped it, like I don't know if anybody's listening on Twitch to this right now. But I could say dog and they could clip the feed and it would be on my clip page. So I'm just like, yeah. One time I was talking and I said something and I said ass butt and someone clipped it. Thank God when they type in my name that don't come up. It comes on my side. But what comes up is I was talking in the chat to somebody, and I said something, and that comes up when you do the hashtag. In certain channels on Twitch, you put hashtag. Exclamation point. Shout out! Exclamation point SO, and you could, if you're a mod in someone's chat on Twitch, and they have it turned on, and it'll drop their link, or it'll drop the clip. Mine, I don't have a link, so it automatically drops the same clip, which is I'm talking and I said, "Don't say that shit," and that's what it shows when someone shouts me out on Twitch. I'm just like, I can't get rid of that. I don't know how to do it. I said, someone else clip me. And then I found out so many people, I have like 15 clips on there, and it just, for whatever reason, it will not switch to what I want it to switch on. So, it's crazy. I don't know.
I know it didn't come in today from Amazon. My gloves. The gloves I got right now, if I could put them on, but if my hand swells up, I can't put them back on. So I ordered the extra large gloves. Those are supposed to come in today. I've only got 2 items. I'm missing my 2.5-inch flips. Let's use those when we submit to the grading companies. I got basically 90-something floating around here someplace, and I can't find them. So I ordered another package. That came in today.
Oh, you'll find it as soon as you, well, I was going to say as soon as they come in, but you just said it came in. You'll be like, there's them damn things I was looking for.
This is a nice box. The BCW products, nickel tubes. So
I only got 2 tubes. I got a tube of steel pennies that I bought years ago from somebody. But I keep forgetting to show Cajun this, but I got these books from Mount Vernon from like 25 years ago that I think I only ordered from them once, but they sent me all their catalogs from like 1999, 2000. I'm looking at the prices and I go, damn. Roll of steel pennies, 70 cents. Or I was like, like I have a bunch of them sitting over there, like, because I have these boxes from years ago with newspapers and shit I gotta get rid of. I've been shredding them. Stuff that could have been left behind instead of my actual valuable stuff. But yeah, looking at the old coin books from years ago, and I'm just like, wow. But I forgot to show Cajun. Maybe I'll do like I don't even know if that place is, it's Mount Vernon. It was in Maryland, I think. I think I ordered something from them one time, and they sent me books for like 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
And I never threw shit away back then, so I just got all this shit. So I'm looking through the box full of newspapers that I've been shredding. Some of them I've kept. Some of the newspapers I'll keep from the 90s. Some other ones I'm just shredding because I need space or whatever. But and then I was like, oh, the Mount Vernon thing, they found them. Right. Oh, let me see. I found some of them. But oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell that was. That fell. But like I'll show them real fast. I think this is from 1996. Mount Vernon. 1890 Morgan dollars, $15. 1850 each. Oh, this shows how old it is. This is just me writing stats down. 1996. I used to write stats down and crap, but you see the GBU in proof. Pennies, 1959, 25 cents. Like
today.
Yeah. See, 1996. So this was when this was when I was 16. Shit. Like 1996, and you see, order $200, you get a proof Franklin. But 1995, West Point, $6.25 each. Wow. And then you flip on the back, and it's like scarce $10 U.S. military certificates, $11. And I remember I filled out one of these because it was like this. You fill it out, and you put, and I bought like Yeah, it was the only time I bought like 15 coins and only spent like $9. Look, New Orleans Mint, $318. What? I was like, I don't know, but I found a bunch of these books. Here's another one I found. That's from 90. These all probably from 96. I was thinking about shredding them, but then I said, well, I'm going to show Cajun these things. And I got another one sitting here. But they were just in my newspaper. Huh?
Sometimes those books are maybe collectibles. Like the first year.
Well, some of them I wrote on. Some of them got dots in them. They're not in the best condition. Yeah, this one's got a hole in the side, but I mean, they're not in the best condition. But I don't even think this company's still in existence anymore. See, it's from Maryland. But like I said, I don't think this company. It could still be in existence. I don't know.
Wait, what's the name of the company?
Mount Vernon Coin Company.
Let's see.
I never did look it up, so I don't know. But Uh-oh. I'll go through those sheets later. Put that there. I used to write the dates and everything down.
Mount Vernon Coin Company.
Oh, it's still around?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I'm doing free publicity for this company. They should send me coins. It's from 1996. So, yeah, I bought something from them one time, and they sent me books for like 2 years or something. This is only a few that I found. The box that I have is in there, and it's probably still, but I should send off for that catalog. Yeah, do you still have the 1972 coin for 50 cents from 1996? They're talking about proof sets from 1996 for like $13. But yeah, 1907's $20 St. Gardens, $4,250, and that coin's worth like I don't know how much today. But this one's in pretty good condition. This book, but I don't know why anybody would want to buy these things if they're in collector's items. They're not, But
Listen to this.
Here's another one mixed in here. Huh?
This is all 44 proof sets from 1999 to 2020. It's and silver. State territories, park quarters proof set. So you get the silver ones also for a total of 16. But let's call it $1,700. Then you get all of them, all 44 sets for $1,700, which actually is not bad. Let's see.
From where?
From this company.
Oh, you're on their website. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Maryland. So, I mean, hey, I might have turned you on to a new site you can buy stuff for now.
Besides,
see, Mount Vernon, Mount Vernon should pay me a fee now, especially if I'm making them money. I'm going to call up. Yeah, I promoted your shit on my YouTube channel. Pay me some money.
That comes out to be right about $39 per proof set, which is not bad, average. Just to give you a good example, a 2012 proof set is $98 by itself.
Wow.
Because I actually have a partial. I already cracked out those coins. The reason I'm not finished cracking them out because I didn't have the presidential book for the proofs on those coins. So I got those to. Just saw it up here the other day. Oh yeah, that from one guy. It's a Lincoln stamp with a 1 cent Abraham Lincoln postage stamp from 1956.
That's good year.
It's a 1980 Lincoln cent.
Well, 1980, I collect that, obviously. So,
Oh man, I just found a damn flip ordered replacements for it. God dog it. Now I got way too many flips for that.
You forgot what?
I found the proofs. I found my flips I was looking for before I ordered the other set. I just found it.
Where at?
All my table under all the other stuff I got.
See, I told you, you order it, and there you go, you found it. Oh, here's another book. I got these books. These books are all mixed in with these papers I have. Another coin book I found. They used to do books, and then they used to do sleeves. Oh, a lot of loose leaf paper here. What up? Hey, look, I found the actual envelope that they sent the stuff in. Stickman in the building. I didn't expect to go 3 hours, but hey, you know. No.
Now, one thing I do collect, I need to get some of these made up for myself. A lot of people, it's these cards. They put like grains of silver in here. Let's see if I can show this one to you. Let's see what it shows up. Camera.
Camera on.
Look at that.
This looks like a skull.
There's one guy's off of Whatnot. That's his logo.
Oh, okay.
And that's like a grain. 1 grain is silver. It's like, how do you measure out a grain of silver? You know. So there's one. Hold on.
They guess. That is something I don't even know.
This is the cool one. I have to do it this way so you can read it. My wife said I could. That's what name is Whatnot channel is.
Wait a minute.
I collect those.
It never works the way I want it to. Hold on. I was trying to make it big, but I can never seem to do it. See, it makes me big. Cajun told me how to do it. I used to be able to do it on my computer all the time. Make it big, but I can't do it on the phone.
There's another cool one. Gibby coins. I got 2 of those.
The stickers?
No, it's cards. It's a laminated card. The guy that does
they do that. Oh, they do that cards. Okay.
Yeah, you put 1 grain of silver in there. So
that's pretty cool.
You got a couple of grains of gold like that too.
I might give Whatnot a chance. I mean, I'll try it, but I don't know. I don't go on auction streams, and that's what Whatnot is, an auction. But that's why I say with what you call it. But
there you go. This quarter grain of gold. It's like about $1 in value.
That's unique how they do that.
I want to figure out how you measure out a grain. That's what I've been trying to figure out.
Well, I can tell you this, that they can measure rice. They can measure a grain, because that's what rice is, a grain of rice. So they can, they have to have a way to do it, obviously, because they did it. Or maybe they just determined, well, this is probably a grain, so we're just going to throw it in there. It maybe more, maybe less. But they have to have a scale. I would assume.
I don't really weigh that out, though. That's something hard to weigh out.
Oh, well. Well, I guess then it's just a guessing game, and that's all I can. It's all I can really think of. I mean, but tis crazy. Stickman with the quack quack. If y'all don't know Stickman, Friday nights he does the quack quack races, as I like to call them. I fell asleep in his chat last night. Once again, I go in there and I don't know, I conk out. But I was in there and then I woke up and then I forgot where I was. And stream was over by that point in time. But I was in there. I doubt my duck won. Never does. Never does. But Stickman's got a good channel. So even if you don't win anything, it's still entertainment. So and there's not many people I can say I stay in their streams for, really. So because I don't really go in auction streams, but his isn't an auction stream. So that's why a lot of the coin community probably don't come in my stream anymore. Because I used to, I don't do coins as much as I used to. I still obviously do them, but I don't have anything new to show. And, but other than that,
I didn't get into, where was it at? Epic Games. I'm going to buy 2 download contents from MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries here, I guess. I think the one is more like a arena type combat because it's called Solaris. I just finished the Draconius Combines downloaded content. That was a pain in the butt because almost all my heavies and assault mechs were damaged. By the time I got to the last, I barely had enough mechs to fill out to complete the mission. Let's see. There's Epic. May have to log into it. Oh no. Let's see. Library.
This movie I'm watching really hasn't made that much. It's made some sense, but I guess more sense than Sharknado. But they got women in bikinis, and that's what matters. And, it's called Dino Shark. It's on MeTV. It looks probably 90s, 2000s. Well, they make fun of these movies, and they do it was Svengoolie was showing the Dracula movie. I was watching that. And this is, every once a month they do the House of Svengoolie with the 3 people that they did last year, 2 years, whatever. So they usually do modern movies, 80s and 90s. And this looks like a 2000 movie because they showed in the beginning a cell phone that looked around 2000. But, yeah, it's called Dino Shark. Apparently it's a shark that some species or some nonsense or been eating people. And they got this lady scientist and they got this guy, and I'd never seen it before, but looked like an okay movie. I've been watching it the whole time just with the sound off. Dave's not here, man. Smoke him if you got him, bro. He jumped in the water. Dude, you don't jump in the water when you got a dino shark running around. Come on, bro. That's rule number 1 of fuckonomics. You don't jump into the water where the fish is. I think. I don't know. But
I mean, the things
they were around.
Oh, that's the wrong part. There's the wrong number on the board.
I'm sorry, but the number you put in is no longer in service. Oh, the right freaking number next time. Yeah.
Wrong
hey,
board.
she jumped in. Hello there. The lady jumped in the water.
938.
Why she jumped in, I have no idea. But hey, they're not showing anything. They're not even showing that. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like doing death and destruction right now instead of hunting points. I'll probably get up in the morning and start going to box and nickels.
Yeah, I hear you there. I'm gonna go back and watch some more of the shorts and generate stuff. But yeah. But,
I earned $1 in Netflix rewards. Rewards available in 14 days. Wow.
$1 whole dollar. And you have
Yeah.
14 days to figure out what you're going to spend it on. Huh. You are lucky. Yeah.
Now I just have to go install this.
Ooh.
Let's see, where's the rest of Citizen Library?
Of course, they have a cop in this movie. Like, huh?
Citizen Library.
Oh, there's a shark. Oh, shark! Eat the cop! Ooh, he jumped over the water. He jumped over the water. The cop went, "Holy shit! It's actually real." Because they were thinking it was a shark. It actually looks like a shark. That's why they call it dino shark. I guess it's a shark, but it's a dinosaur. I don't know. They're shooting at it like they think they're gonna kill this damn thing. Rule number 1: you're not gonna kill a dino shark. Now he's eating the guy. He's eating him whole. Oh! He ate the head. He left the body and ate the head. Now the cop's like, you're right, man. I can't believe you're right. And of course he vomits automatically. This guy's like, I told you, idiot. I told you, bruh. 150 million year old shark.
Oh shoot! I stopped in the middle of a mission and I got to restart the damn mission all over. Great.
What mission?
MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. It's I'm out headhunting bed to kill mission.
What game?
MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries.
Oh, okay.
It's see, let me check out my weapon grouping.
I'd never heard of it before, so I
I've been playing since 1 came out. When back then it was 8-bit graphics.
Oh, okay. It's an online game?
There's MechWarrior Online you can play, but this one you have to buy the game. You play on your PC. I think they have it for consoles too.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I don't think I've ever heard of that, but I played this one game years ago that Zynga, the company Zynga, Zynga, and you remember the game Mafia Wars?
I didn't play that one.
It used to be. It was like sort of like an RPG or something. You would spend so many points to do a mission to get this thing. Sometimes they would have every month they would have a thing. If you donate this much to this, you'll get this special blah blah blah. So people would pay $8 to get a special thing or whatever it was. And sometimes they would get out free badges, this and that. And they got rid of this game about 8 or 9 years ago because they said, we have to delete that game to make room in our server to make more games. They had this poker game.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I played this game years ago, like when I was at CBS, whatever. Well, I think one time I paid for one of the things. Sometimes they used to do stuff where for like the birds, and they would do a bird thing. And they would say, okay, well, all this goes, 100% of this goes to charity. I remember one time I paid like $2. Or they would say, play level 10 to this game and get this. And Well, I was ranked in the top 10 in the world solo. I'd played this game. Like, I literally played it. Like, I got home from work from CVS at like 7 in the morning. I played this game for free. I had so much, like, the energy level, you start off at 50. I had something like 29,000 energy level or some shit. So I wound up playing 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. I played off and on. I had this game. I played it for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years. And then they announced they're getting rid of the game. And they were like, oh, well, we're not going to have this game no more. Whatever. It was their number one popular game. I was ranked number, I think, 10 or 11, like, in the world in this game. And I'm not good at much. And this is just from solo battles. This is not team battles. This is just from solo because I didn't do the teams. I didn't like the teams. And it was rarely ever a day I skipped it. I'm like that now with the Star Trek timelines. But with Star Trek timelines, I've skipped a few weeks here and there. I'm only at level 61. This is not, where people were 3,000. When they got rid of this Mafia Wars game, I had so much inventory, it took you about 10 minutes to earn the thing because it would say you have to play this poker game to level 8 to get this unique product, play this game. I played all these games to get certain products, and I would do this and do this and do this. I had so much shit. I was at level 14,053 when they got rid of that game. I came home one morning and they put up a page, thank you for playing Mafia Wars, but this game is no longer playable. And I was like, what the I'm like, are you serious?
I got pretty high up on it too, and they really screwed that game up, and I quit playing it.
Yeah, towards the end, they were screwing it. I remember what level I was on, 14,053, because I would literally level like 50 times in a day. But yeah, towards the end, they were messing it up, and there were glitches and shit. I'll tell you, that's why I got a lot of free shit, because there was a trick. If you hit the button, like there's a certain trick, like if you hit the button and you fill out a form, I would always say, yeah, I paid $8 for this product and I never got it. Here's my receipt. And I would print out the help ticket and write $8 on it. I'd print it out as a piece of form paper, write the $8 thing on it, send it to them, and they would always give me the free thing. And I did this for a long time, so I always got all their free shit that wasn't free because that's how stupid they were. So it was like, oh, this guy's spending money, when in reality I ain't spending money on it. But they were giving me all kinds of free glitches and shit. I guess because I was at that level. I think I was level over 10,000. He started just saying, let's give it to him. He plays this game. He plays this game 15 hours a day. Give him the shit. And they replaced that game with like a cupcake game or something. But I was so pissed. I don't even know if Zynga's still around, but I was so pissed. They said, we have to get rid of this game to make more room in our servers for more better games. No, Mafia Wars was the only game I actually liked on Zynga that I actually played. Those other, I played the poker game and this and that, but they were all lame. But I play Star Trek Timelines now. Well, there were times where I took breaks, but I'm at like level 61. And one guy, and a lot of them people up there, they're at level 4,000 or 5,000. And the game just hit 10. The game's only been around for 10 years. It's celebrating its 10-year anniversary this month. And they gave away a bunch of shit and all. But I'm only at level 61 because I only started playing like 4 or 5 years ago. But one guy's like, I'm at level 8,406. And I said, well, I was level 14,053 on Mafia Wars. Suck it. And they were like, wow. They were like, I've never heard of anybody getting that high on Mafia Wars. And I said, I got the screenshot to prove it, bitch, on my laptop. But I used to take screenshots of all the games I played. That way no one can dispute it. But I put that one on my phone. So I sent it on a thing. And I said, look at this. Here's my password. Of course, I don't think you can get into Zynga anymore. I said, here's all this shit. That's me. Of course, I called myself Taco then. Huh?
Yeah, because I played it through Facebook.
Yeah, me too. Through Facebook. Because I couldn't get it. I had a flip phone. then, so I couldn't get it. I didn't even. The phone that I have now was the first time. Was the second. I had a little smaller phone than this, and which is sitting over there. Like the phone that I had was, and it doesn't work anymore. This little beast. Come on, camera. Camera.
You're fading in and out.
Frozen. Of course it is. I don't know what it's doing. It's my phone. My phone is freezing.
Well, I pulled up to Domino's. About the time I was going my first run, and they came across tornado watch. So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for East Baton Rouge Parish.
Why is this thing still on? Yeah, my internet's acting wonky right now. Except I lost connection to my mic. That's what's going on. Yeah, my internet's being wonky. But usually around midnight, the internet kicks. It acts weird. But yeah. So before then, I only had a flip phone. But that was my old phone. Where does this come from? Oh, it must have been there.
I had one of those flip phones, and right before Katrina, I added $80 to it just to make sure I had time to communicate in case something happened. And the damn card went on it.
Damn, that sucks.
And I
still have all my flip phones somewhere. Huh?
They never did refund me my money.
That freaking sucks.
My
coworker found his in the trash. He kept jumping in the dumpster to push the stuff down, and apparently his phone flipped out of his pocket. And he got a brand new phone, but he tracked his phone and he goes, "Oh shit, it's in the city dump." He goes, "I'm not digging through that shit." Somebody found it and gave it back to him. He goes, "Well, I already bought a brand new phone." He told the guy, "Just keep the phone. Just delete the info and keep the phone." I'm like, you could have sold that phone.
Yeah.
I said, "You honestly think that guy's going to delete your info? He's going to sell your information, hacking into your shit." You know? Serves him right, though, because he's an ass, but yeah. I don't know. Nah, what are you doing over there, internet? You pain in the butt. Stop messing up. The damn modem keeps acting funny. When I see it hit green, that means it. Huh?
This book I bought from Littleton Coin Company just for the presidential proof dollars. The only thing is, you got to put the plastic slides in yourself. So I need to go. I'll probably do that before I go to sleep tonight. All the slides in.
Yeah.
The only one.
They got that.
Nobody. The only one that makes the proof coins, to hold the proof coins only. You have to buy a PD or PDS and S. There's also did a set finish on those presidential coins. So there's four different types. They're different.
So this year? Or?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're interviewing this lady from this movie. I gotta look up and see what year this movie's from. I'm guessing from like 2000 or something because of the phones that they were using, a little short Nokia phones. And considering this lady looks way older now, but
you remember the cartoon series Gondor the Barbarian?
Yeah.
Do you remember the female character on there, the sorceress?
Not really, not by name.
Well, the lady so. The lady that actually voiced that character passed away at 107 today.
Damn, 107?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't hear about that. I know there was one guy that's still living. He's 102, and he had something to do with cartoons last week, I heard, but I don't know who that was. I just read an article or something, but
I'm getting hit by something. I hate this mission because it's all fog, dusty, and you can't see where you're getting hit from.
I hate things like that. Do you play Star Trek Timelines on Facebook or no?
No.
Well, you can get the game on Facebook, Steam, blah, blah, blah. That's the only reason I really ever go on Facebook anymore. But I actually play it off the because I have the app downloaded on my phone, so I don't go through Facebook anymore playing it. But there's this guy that streams on Twitch, and he's one of these Saints reporters, quote unquote. And this guy, he streams this game on Twitch and has like 14,000 people watching him. And I go, I don't know how he does it. Oh, I guess he films it off of, I don't know how he does it, but it's the same game I play, but it looks way different on Steam. I guess he goes through Steam or something. I don't know. And he plays it and just, I'm like, how in the hell do you get all these people just watching this game? It's not even really, I watch it, it's boring, but he watches it and you know, and it's crazy. But yeah, this woman just gave the weirdest look with her eyes. That's crazy. Oh man, I done went 3.5 hours already. Shit, I ain't gonna have no time next week. Well, I might. I'll still have some time, but
well, it is getting late. It is getting late.
I don't care about getting late. I was when I told Cajun, I said I'm gonna do an hour unless more people pop up, and I was gonna go like 20 minutes, and I was thinking end of the stream, and then you popped in. I said, well, here we go. But hey, I mean, it's always fun talking with you, of course, you know.
Oh yeah, well, I've got work, and I can't get on the stream when I'm driving.
No, I don't want you to get into an accident or anything. Well, Cajun didn't tell me who he sent the link to, but I figured he sends it to you, and then he said he sent it. He said he sent it to 4 or 5 people, but I'm just like, because there are certain people I do not want on my panel anymore, and he knows that, and I don't name names, but I don't know. I guess he sent it to 21 and, you know, the usual, because I figured he sent you a link. So, you know. Yeah, he usually sends it to 4 or 5 people. But you're pretty much, I think he sent one to Wayne, or he sent one, I know he said he sent one to 21, I think. But I'm just like, okay. But yeah, Cajun actually streamed today, and I was like, all right, let's give him a stream. I'm going to call him up tomorrow. Let's get streamed tomorrow, today, 2 days in a row. He did 2 hours, I think it was 2 hours or 2.5 hours. And he said, all right. I said, well, I guess I'll start one up. You can continue making the pizza on my stream. He goes, yeah, let's do that. And he shared out my stream like 5 times. And of course, none of those people came, with the exception of Dave, and Colt was here briefly. I don't get the traffic I used to get. I just really don't. You know, I used to get all the people from Scotty's stream. None of them come in my stream that much anymore. I don't, you know, I have to message. Apparently, I have to message everybody. Hey, get your butt in the stream. I used to have like 4 or 5 ladies on my panel, and I wouldn't even say a word. I just let them talk. It worked because I would get like 30, 40 people on my chat. So, I mean, I got to get back to that shit, make some stash and cash. 710's in the building. Eventually. Or maybe he was here the whole time. I don't know. Could have been. But Cajun went and made the pizza, ate, probably sleeping by now.
Well,
But, what were you gonna say? I didn't hear you. I need somebody to message me. I don't have a way to message you. Yeah, I said I'd be on. Well, I can't. Well, Van jumped on, so I can't. That always happens. Well, I had 10 hours of StreamYard's used, so that means I have 6 or 7 hours left. So that means next week I'm gonna have to do no more than 2 hours left. I just got here, no notification. I just found it. Yeah, it's called YouTube sabotaging. Well, Cajun dropped the link in the but yeah, I don't have a way to message you 710. I wish it did. I let Cajun do all that nonsense, but Cajun dropped the link. Remember, well, you might not have been at the stream at the end when we were doing the thing, and Cajun said, all right, we're going to field guys, folks. And he dropped my link like 5 times. So ain't nobody paying attention, Cajun. They all went to sleep. I'm talking. I took over Cajun stream for a while, and everybody just disappeared and said, see ya, I'm going home, bye. But yeah, YouTube doesn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Like I said, I was working and I can't get on there, but as soon as I got here, when I jumped on.
But I appreciate you. Yeah, of course. I appreciate whatever. But he told me he sent out links. But yeah, he was only on for like 45 minutes. He said, I got to go. He was moaning more than usual, so I don't want to. I said, yeah, go ahead, go. Because I didn't know he was going live until he texted me. He said, you home? I said, yeah. He goes, want to jump on the panel? I said, you going live? He's like, yep, 5:30. I said, all right, I'll be there. So I literally, except for like 10 minutes in between of setting up my streams, I've been on YouTube for 6.5 hours now.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Mardi Gras, see, 710 actually remembered what I said. Mardi Gras pizza.
We got a place up here off Millville Road. They make a gumbo pizza that's really, really good. They mix in a little bit of gumbo liquid in with the pizza sauce. Then they take all the stuff you make in gumbo, put it on there, and they bake it. And it's not that bad. It's a seafood gumbo.
We'll have to get Cajun's version on that.
Now,
see what he thinks of the seafood pizza.
I want to go buy me some shrimp or something for Wednesday and make shrimp etouffee or shrimp creole or something for supper.
There's a head floating in the water. They just look at it like, oh, they just keep on going. You could tell it just floating in the water and with a bunch of boats around. It's crazy. Yes. But, 710, you must have missed at the end what we were saying. I was, yeah, YouTube sabotage you. They don't notify anybody that I'm on live. That's just, they don't. So many people, I'll end the stream within 10 minutes. I have 4 or 5 people tell me, oh, missed your stream, never got notification. So that's why I call it the YouTube sabotage you. Oh. Yeah, I've been on right after I missed the end. Oh, okay. Well, that's when he said it. Yeah, Cajun was on for the first 45, ate his pizza, and said, I'm going to sleep night. He was really hurting. There's some times where he hurts, and I go, that's what she said. Because he moans a lot. That's for his words. He moans, and I said, that's what she did. That's what she said. But we had a lot of double entendres on that stream tonight, more than usual. But I only wanted to stay on an hour or two. It just so happens that within the 15-minute period, when Van jumped on, and I said, well, hey, let's go. So that just means next week I can only do an hour or two. Restream, I used to do off of Restream too. Restream used to be my backup. But I can't do Restream anymore because my phone shuts down automatically. Yeah, I done told YouTube 100 times. YouTube don't pay attention to me. The only time YouTube actually paid attention to me is when they pulled one of my videos down because I apparently said a certain word 18 times. And they put the thumbnail, the timestamps in it to prove to me that I said it 18 times. But the funny part is that video was up for 4 years before YouTube decided to pull it down. Because what YouTube does, or the algorithm or something, well, that's actually a third party. It's not really YouTube. It's a third party that YouTube hires, which I can't remember the name. I think it starts with an H. Sort of like the weather control thing. They change their TOS and then they go back to older videos and say, well, that was good then, but it's not good now. So they took it down. I appealed. And they said, nope. So it's just sitting there. They said, we can edit out your video and post it back up. I'm like, it's a 4-year-old video. And this was last year. So I just deleted it down. I downloaded it and just deleted it. So, well, there goes that damn shark. But I need people to like.
I'm looking for a Porsche proof set in 2012. I just saw it the other day, and now I can't find it. That's got the presidential proofs in there.
Yeah, you know what they say. I used to tell customers all the time, if you see it, buy it. They'll come back later on and it's gone. I'm like, you should have bought it when you saw it. I mean, that's if you're buying something, but, Oh.
No,
whoa! That shark just bit that girl's leg off.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for Coins TV to show up. Went to their website, bought a quarter pound of nickels and a quarter pound of pennies. Last time I did a penny, I got a Flying Eagle.
Huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the grade it's in is about what I pay for those coins if I was to get it graded, which I may send off to get graded.
If it's a good deal, I certainly would.
I'm more anxious to see what I get in that bag of nickels. I had, let's see, I've gotten a large cent.
Oh, the guy got eaten. Oh, no, I thought he got eaten. Now he got eaten.
I've got a total of 25 Indian head cents, 15 Steelies, the rest are all wheat cents, and plus that one Flying Eagle. 3 different orders.
Oh, buying them out?
Nah, well, it used to be able,
or selling them.
No, I'm just buying them. I'm gonna probably what I might do is I need to start starting out my wheat cents by the year.
Yeah.
Then I go back to each one by the year and break it down by the mint. Now certain mints, like I think 52, 53, there's 3 different mint styles for the Denver. And I think one of those has 2 different S mint marks. 44 wheat cents has 2 different mint marks on the S.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you go to Variety Vista, and if you look at the mint styles on the wheats on the pennies, it shows you what year has what style.
Yeah, true. That ain't too bad. Oh, YouTube dropped me down to 1. It's weird how like 10 minutes ago I had 7 and now they dropped it down to 1. It's insane. In the membrane. I don't know. Do you plan on streaming tomorrow or no?
If I do, maybe during the daytime. I may get on in the morning. Then I want to get off about a little bit before 11 if I do it. I get on to somebody else's stream at 11 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
while he's streaming, I'm probably gonna go play Battletech tomorrow at Little War,
Yeah.
so I'll be doing that. And then I may come in tomorrow night when I get off. But if I get home, well, I don't like getting on late at night because I get off at 8. So more than likely, I'm just gonna probably hunt offline and may stream Monday and Tuesday night.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm always looking out, but I usually miss it a lot of times. Or like last week when I was streaming, it would say Southern Coin Hunter went live 7 minutes ago, and I go, damn it. Of course, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I do my stream, so I'm just like, well, I can't do it because I'm streaming, you know. But I'm just like, damn it. I'm like, I thought he only streamed on Saturday and Sunday.
Sometimes
But-
sometimes I do Mondays and Tuesdays also.
Nah, true.
It just depends
But-
how far along I get into the box. If like right now, I'm not. If I were going last night and tonight, I probably would take Monday off from streaming and go Tuesday. But because I haven't streamed
okay.
at all yet, oh no, maybe what I call the Blitzkrieg mode, where I just separate them by old and new style coins.
Yeah.
And then the new style be by the mint marks, Denver or Philly. And of course,
okay.
this style, I'm looking for the old nickels and war nickels. And I very rarely ever find anything on Denver nickels. So that just gives me the Philadelphia's to back check for anything like dyed chips or whatever. But occasionally you do find, every now and then I might get something off of Denver nickel. It's not often.
Yeah.
So
710, you got to say it like this. Dave's not here, man. But so you still doing nickels though, right?
Yeah. Can't get pennies.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can't. I got pennies. No, I never. Years ago, when I because I used to live right down the street from Hibernia, which is obviously they sold the Capital One, but I used to cash my check. I'd go in the bank every week when I worked at Wendy's. Yeah, it's like 20 plus years ago, and I seen even 10 years ago. I saw people doing it. I just never thought to go into a bank and. I mean, sometimes I would ask them if they had change, but this one would never give me shit. Even though I had a bank account there, the tellers there would just be like, "No, we're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do that." That was when it was Hibernia, and then they switched over to Capital One, so I never went in there when it was Capital One, even though I had a Capital One account still, because it was that. But I just never thought of saying, "Can I buy a roll?" or this or that. Yeah. And of course, I don't have a bank. I don't have a traditional bank account, but I have an account, but not a traditional bank account with a bank per se. So I just never went and did that. But things you don't know, I could have did that and filmed that. Do what you do and then film it that way. But that was the best part of the movie. Why didn't they show this in the beginning? They're at the beach with all the women playing volleyball and running on the beach. Yeah, let's show that. There we go. I mean, there's no nudity in this movie, obviously, but geez, I mean, hell, they should have showed that to begin with instead of boring action. Okay, now they stopped showing the women in the water. But okay, and back to the boat. I guess this movie ends at 12 because it's 3. It came on at 9:30, so I'm guessing it comes around. I guess it ends around 12. An ostrich running on the beach, huh? Why would an ostrich be running on the beach? That's interesting. Maybe the dino shark will eat the ostrich. But I'd never heard of this movie before, so holy shit! The shark ate the boat. The whole boat. Jumped out of the water and took the whole boat in one shot. That's insane. I know it's CGI. It's not a real shark, but that's fucking awesome. Dave's not here, man. Oh, wait, he's over there somewhere. Oh. I hope YouTube gives me a lot of views for this stream, considering 4 hours. They better give me 100 views. Well, I only had like 7 hours of StreamYard left, or 8 hours, 9 hours, and I already used 4 on this one. So, although StreamYards is doing a thing, they said, where something, if you pay $1, you can some nonsense about paying $1 and you could like get bonuses for like a month or 2 months, or I don't know. Maybe it's just me because it's my birthday month. I don't know why they're showing this to me, but if they're going to pay $1 to upgrade me where I can get unlimited for 1 month, I guess I'll do that. If it's $1 and they don't charge me an arm and a leg, but because considering Restream, I can't use on my phone anymore, and I use my backup Melon, because Melon only gives you 4 hours. I did that on Twitch. I ran that on Twitch streams. Not one person from Twitch actually commented on my thing today, except for the Twitch bot. I'm sure people are watching on that side. Maybe I can't see because I'm in the StreamYards, but I don't know.
I'm trying to find software that I can use when I do my videos, where instead of streaming, I can have like the monitor up with the coin scope, and then the camera pointing down on the tabletop, so people can see what I'm opening up.
Streamlabs. I think you can use that on. I think you can do that on Streamlabs, OBS. I'm pretty sure you can. Most people do that on Streamlabs.
Yeah, I think you have to pay for it.
No. Well, no. The version I use used to be Melon. It's still called Melon, but StreamYards bought them out. The version I use, you get 4 hours for free. Once you go over 4 hours, you got to wait 30 days. So I already used my 4 hours free because I was streaming on Twitch. I did an hour stream for 4 days in a row. That's how I got around that. But yeah, type in Melon. It'll lead you to Streamlabs, and it should give you 4 hours free. So, I mean, I know it's not much, but hell, it's something, right? It's a backup. But I already used my backup. But I don't know. But yeah, something like that, you have to use OBS, I'm pretty sure. And that's OBS is a pain in the you know what, but because I don't even know how to use it really. But I was trying to do Twitch off my phone, and it was sharing my screen, and I'm like, holy shit. And it kept showing what my phone was showing. So if somebody popped up on my phone and said, hey, I'm at the store, it was showing that on Twitch. And I'm just like, well, I got to cut this stream off. But I was just testing things because nobody really goes in the Twitch section anyway half the time. So I was just testing A, B, and C, and, you know, but.
Well, I'm going to order a deck so I can control the camera better. So that's the next thing I got to buy.
Yeah. Oh, they got the girls in the water. Oh, they got them in the water. Of course, I guess this is a PG-13 movie, so obviously I can't see anything. Make it so much better like Piranha. That was a movie where you could see anything you want, but
yeah. The last Piranha movie they made, the Flying Piranhas, was stupid.
Well, all of those movies are stupid. Like the Sharknado movies. A shark in a tornado. That didn't make any sense. A water tornado, maybe, but this movie is at least interesting. It's not, you know, it doesn't seem like it's just stupid or whatnot. It's an actual like movie per se. Now they're throwing grenades at this damn thing. Well, let's see if that works. They were like, oh, the only thing it's got an exoskeleton. They said, the only way you can kill it is shoot it in the eye. And they're throwing grenades at it. Like that's going to kill their eye. But, this looks like it was filmed in Puerto Rico or Miami or something.
Probably
No, it's
was.
just that's not. Well, it's mostly on the water. It'll probably say, but this has to be a 25-year-old movie. It's just they're just showing references from 2000. So it's probably one of those box office clunks or just a TV movie. I don't know, but it was on because it makes.
Does it say if it's made by the Asylum?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't end yet.
The Asylum was one that made all the Sharknado movies.
Well, they're still making them damn movies on Sci-Fi, or they were. When I had cable, they was still making them. I never did see those. I don't know if this is part of it or not. Whoa, that thing's out in the water. Oh, he rigged the... That ain't good. No, that can't be. That can't work. That can't work. He was in the oh, he must have killed the damn thing. He was in the air on the ski thing, and he jumped up in the air. And when he jumped up in the air, the ski-doo went sky high. The shark came out of the water. So in the middle of the air, as he's jumping, he pulls the grenade. He throws it at the shark. It hits the side of the shark, and he goes boom. The shark goes sideways, and he goes sideways, and he lands perfect, and the shark goes backwards. And of course, you can't see the shark, but it took like a bite out of it when he threw the grenade in the air. But I'm just like, how did he make that thing jump like that with no ramp? I don't know. Oh, apparently it's dead because no, it's still moving. It's just in the water, huh? Oh, yeah, it's still moving. I don't know. That thing's like, I want to eat. Give me food. Oh. Anyways, I'm going to start wrapping this sucker up because I've been on 4 hours and I'm just like,
Yeah.
It's getting to be midnight.
Okay, well, let me get to a safe spot. I'm going back on now. You have a good evening, and I'll catch you another night.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, have a good one, sir. But, all right, folks. Hey, so much for a 2-hour, 1 hour live stream, right? I went 4 hours. So I'm just saying I should get at least 100 views. Watch, I'm going to do a 4 hour stream and get 20 views again. That's how in infinite YouTube wisdom. So, anyways, I'm going to wrap up this sucker. I appreciate y'all. Cat 710, Van, Cajun. Dave's not here, man. I think Cult was here. The Twitch bot. Oh, good Lord. This movie, the end of the movie is crazy with this. They probably made a sequel of this crap. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to wrap this sucker up. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I don't plan on doing a stream until at least Tuesday, but the hours I have left, that means I can only do like an hour live or maybe an hour and a half too, unless I can stretch it out or get other stuff going. So there we go. I hope you have been entertained. I think. I don't know. But I appreciate you, Cat, and the rest of y'all. I'm going to head out about a minute and a half short of 4 hours, but it's close enough. So I'll see y'all in the stream somewhere. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all probably Tuesday.